WIIFTBPM. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
It's official West Suburbs and Chicagoland area. The Naperville Soul Fest is back, featuring a live performance by Avery Sunshine and Carl Thomas on Friday, June 3rd, and Kindred the Family Soul, Selena Johnson, and Riis. On stage Saturday, June 4th at Napier Settlement, located at 523 South Weber Street in downtown Naperville. If you missed the last Naperville Soul Fest, you don't want to miss this one. Get your discounted tickets on Eventbrite or visit napervillesoulfest.com for more event details. For vendor opportunities with access to over 7,000 attendees, text 630-202-6431. That's 630-202-6431. Spend your first weekend in June at the Naperville Soul Fest with Avery Sunshine Friday, June 3rd and Kindred the Family Soul on Saturday, June 4th. Check out napervillesoulfest.com for more information.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Wake up in the morning with the frown on my face, cause I know it's another day that I gotta face. Smile for people I don't wanna see, working at a job that I don't wanna be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals, but as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know: why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money? Why can't you just give it? Why can't you just give it? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Rocking in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask that I think money grew on trees. I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. I know what life is scared.
Why money ain't free?
Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it to
Why
me?
can't they just give it to
I
me?
don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
Why money ain't free? Yeah.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
How the money ain't free. Every 5 minutes kids bothering me. They seem to think that money grows on trees. Always asking for allowance and clean one thing. I'm sick and tired of my funds being low. Spent the whole bag on the groceries at the store. Got a little something but I need a little more. And I'm a single mama, you should already know.
Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it
Won't
to
you
me?
give it to me?
I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free.
Why money ain't free?
Why money ain't free? Yeah, why money ain't free?
WIFTVPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as desire. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burn and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And not to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show here on a Monday. Monday, May 9th to be exact. And I feel confused. I feel extremely confused this morning because I could have swore that they said it was going to be 80 degrees today. And Ruthie has on a scarf. And a full Sherpa. Along with a hoodie, it seems like, underneath there.
You is not the weatherman. And 80 is a progression. It ain't going to start off as 80 Mays. We got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to be here. It be cold.
Ruthie.
Sun don't come up till like 5.
Now I walked outside to go pick the printing up, and there was light outside.
What time was it? Like 4:30?
No, I went to go get the printing at 5:50.
See, about 5. It's still a little chilly. You ain't wear no coat today?
No. And I didn't even wear like a line. This isn't even aligned.
Different strokes for different folks.
Ruthie, last week it was 50. You wasn't that wrapped up. It was 50 all day, which meant it started at 30.
Generally,
do you got the chills or something? Do I need to be worried about something over here? Do you have like the? You ain't got the.
You know what's
you ain't got the. I know we on medium. Hey, look at you trying to get a day off. I walked in the store. Check this out. You gotta do what the black people do. I walked into the store and I was the only person. I went into the Walgreens and I was the only person in the Walgreens without a mask on. And at that point, I was like, I need a mask. But good news. I don't know whose advice it was, but I did reach out to Supermask. And they responded to me. And they said, Mr. Jackson, it seems like when you ordered your mask, we were on backlog, but we have found one in your size. And if you just reply that this is the exact address, we'll still send it to you.
No, you don't want it now.
Oh, no, I want I'm still on Will I Am.
They got the different version now. How they gonna talk about we was on backlog? Y'all been off of backlog. Don't
That's
fall
just a
for
different
it.
color.
Maze, don't fall.
I don't
for
want
it.
the
Tell
black
them you
one.
want your money back.
No, I really want my mask.
No, you don't, Maze. It's defective anyway.
How you know?
Cause why they come out with a 2?
That is the 2.
I thought you was. I thought they gave you one.
I got the 2, but I wanted the one that the new one was extra large with a it was a different color. You get the camo green. I just got the black.
Oh, okay.
So then they was like, "Oh, now exclusively you could get the black." I was like, "How y'all gonna send me an ad for the next color and I ain't even got the first color?" So that's the change is really just the color. It's all the same function. So hopefully it'll come in the mail. But it's the Maze Jackson Show on a Monday, and in case you did not see the graphic, and I'm gonna put it back up there for you, we're moving. Moving next Monday this time, Ruthie. You will still be asleep.
No, probably up like up. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Flashbacks.
Oh, I forgot.
We're gonna be moving, Ruthie. Not like physically, although I have ordered the new set is arriving. You're laughing, Ruthie. It's not funny. The new set is arriving. I was out this weekend, actually on Friday. I found our new broadcast desk. Little Amazoning. We have our new broadcast chairs. Today we're going to be leaving the format of microphones and headphones. The new Rode wireless go-tos will be here this week.
You went on a shopping spree.
No, I didn't. It's a map. It's like when you make the switch, I had a plan to. Remember, I told you I wanted us to be a little bit more different this go round.
Yeah, you talking about dressing up and stuff?
We got new set, so you won't see all the wonderful.
Did this come with wardrobe
graphics? Yours.
I'm saying, do that. Is that part of the package?
Yours. I can call Carrie and say, "Could you go through your closet one more again?" I could just have her put a rack here.
I'll take it.
You know, I was
as long as she match up what's supposed to go together.
There, you okay? So you really tripping? Yeah, I'm just saying, like you act like she not like running for like. Got in such
wait. You mean she ain't got time to match the colors of
she
the
ain't
outfit?
got time. You know what? I don't even know if she got time to sleep, yo.
Ooh, she need a body double.
She does. No, yes, she does need a body double. Because she got to be in so many places so many times. It's the but yeah, Ruthie. Maybe we should do that. Like we should just have a rack, and just we could come here, dress however we want, and just throw our suit on, and sit in the chair. Even though I think you're gonna have to wear a suit regular, and you're gonna be mad because you're gonna have to wear a suit every day.
It'll be the same one.
No,
it's like a school uniform.
You're just gonna differ up the
just like a school uniform.
You got your Monday shirt on, which is your everyday suit.
Yeah.
Just make sure it ain't musty, because I will talk about you. I'll be like, when's the last time that went to the cleaner?
But the wardrobe come with dry cleaning though, right?
Yeah, yours.
Dang, what type of perks is this?
Ruthie.
I thought this was like
the perk is the sleep.
Oh.
So yeah, in case you did not hear, in case you have not known, we are moving from 6 to 9 to 3 to 6, so you can catch us on your ride home. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But it is the Maze Jackson Show on a Monday. It is Monday, May 9th. They said we might have record-breaking heat this week.
Woo!
Ruthie. And, of course, so I told you, we're going to continue the story about what happened with my cars now. But we'll do it after we say what's up to everybody. So, Ruthie Moore, it is Monday, May 9th. How you feeling this morning?
You know, Mondays are interesting days because you're like coming off the weekend trying to figure out what is this week gonna bring. What didn't I do last week? I got to do this week.
Ooh, I've been pretty good on my clearing off my carryovers. So I'm almost there. Don't forget though, we got a Tuesday meeting at 2 that I got to get on the schedule. Yeah, don't let me forget that. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. That's Ruthie Moore. She is in here, got her doing double duty. She like, dang, man. Nah, you don't get overtime for this, neither.
No, so I don't even ask no more.
Thank you. You salary. You got a salary. I remember one time.
Other duties as assigned.
I remember trying to give a brother a salary. They was like, when it was only 3 hours to work in the week, they was like, yes, salary. When it was 30 hours the week in week,
that ain't
enough.
That ain't right.
But it balances.
I remember my first salary job. I thought I came up. Was you the
boss though?
No, what you talking?
Okay.
No,
Okay, there it is. All right.
no.
Okay.
It was a summer program.
Ah.
Do that count?
Yeah, well, it depends. We're gonna talk about that too, because we're gonna talk about salary. Because now I gotta talk about it. What is minimum wage?
You mean like legally or like what it should be?
No, what's legally minimum wage?
I think it ain't even 15 yet. I don't think it quite passed all the way, did it?
Rob, look at that. I feel. See, you know what? I was wondering because check it out. My son got a job. So he got a job and he starts today. So I'm super proud of him. Look, he got a car and was like, I'm keeping this car. So I was like, you got to pay for the insurance and you owe your auntie some money. He was like, that was Sunday. He called me on Tuesday talking about he had a job interview, talking about on Wednesday, Thursday. I start on Monday, Dad. I'm super proud of him. I'm so proud of him. But we're going to talk about it in a little while too. All right, that's Ruthie Moore. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling this morning?
That's about the best. You already know the rest. And it's $15 right now, Ruthie.
No, it's not.
Where's that? Where at?
It's 15 if you're a company over a certain size.
Oh, right. But it's 14 if you got 4 to 20 employees.
If you have,
In between 4 to 20 employees.
I only got 2. Real talk. So now what's it for 2?
Don't say that.
Right. Because I only got 2. I got 2. So I think I'm leading the pack right now. I'm doing better than McDonald's. I'm doing better than some of the biggest companies in the world right now. Thank you very much. But I know. Yeah, I don't care. You'd be like, it's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
You
Monday,
just
Ruthie.
want me to say stuff.
I
Couldn't
do.
even say
Say
It's
that.
so.
Monday. It's
Say
Monday,
so.
Ruthie.
At least at McDonald's, if I get burned by the fryer grease,
There is no fire grease.
the
Okay.
fryer grease, I
What?
could go to the doctor
Okay.
and not have to worry about taking out a second mortgage because I need some skin grafts.
Where's the fire grease? Where's the
I'm
harm?
just saying, these hot lights
These
can
hot
fall
lights
on you.
with the hot lights with
These
the
hot lights, all
those
these,
are LEDs.
all the radiation from all this equipment.
They're LEDs. You put a cell phone.
I'm
You
just
sleep with a
saying.
cell phone.
Man,
You sleep with a cell phone, don't you?
people
Don't
ain't
you?
got
See, I know. Black people just do you in.
ain't getting
They
no
don't know-
insurance.
No. I ain't sure you just don't fall. I got some insurance for you. You fall down them steps, you better die. I used to tell people that all the time. When we was at 2009 West Grand, we had a flight of steps, and people would always be like, "Oh my God!" I mean, it was a straight like
A decline.
6. It was like it was like 30 of them too. So you had to come all the way up these steps. And Ruthie, people like, "You need some insurance." I was like, "I do. I have it. It's called a gun. If you fall and you try to sue me, they broke their neck, Yana.
That ain't right.
I'm just telling you. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Ruthie, and Riis. Riis, let's get this thing up to 60,000 feet. We are up, and away. Speaking of up, and away, Joe Biden will be in town on Wednesday for the International Brotherhood of Electricians International Convention. That's the IBEW. They got that big palace on King Drive. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the electricians. Didn't you come to the? You didn't come to the event there. That's also where they had the Democratic Party slating, where they kicking. You know, I decided I was gonna run for Cook County Board President for like 2 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I remember that, and it was like all over the news. I was like, Maze Jackson's running. I was like, damn. Then people started cursing me out and all type of stuff.
That's a nice new building though. I know it ain't like super duper new.
Oh no, it is super duper new. They
nice.
sold. You know what they did? They sold their place down on. Was it like they had a place like right down in the West Loop? They sold that, cashed out, and then took that money and bought them a spot on the South Side because the South Loop is gonna be the loop in a minute. Boy, you got to pay attention, boy. I'm getting off the. I now want to be on King Drive. I was like, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, Mariano's like, yo, yeah, kill that Bud Billiken thing. Knock that off. Don't stop.
Bring it back.
They right. They brought it back last year from 51st to 55th.
That's true.
It's back. 51st to 55th. All right. COVID. We talked about this a little bit. COVID. We're at medium status now.
What does that even mean?
It means that they gonna try and keep this bad boy open and just try to hope you put on your mask. I'm about to start. I'm about to put on a mask, Ruthie. I was like, when the people who can't get when you can't get deodorant and you put a mask on and you can't even get the deodorant, when all the people at the store where they lock up the deodorant got on the mask, it's time to put on the mask. I'm just telling you. Like, you walk in the store and everybody, you like Ruthie, why my Walgreens, you can't get in. The only thing you can get about that mug is a turtle, like a candy bar. You like, I mean, if it ain't this big, like this big. Yeah. And what is it with these packages, man? Do y'all be stealing like that? Yes. You know, you buy a package and you got to have a special pair of scissors to get the stuff out.
You need a box cutter.
You will cut yourself trying to get the thing that you paid for out. It's that crazy.
Do you think people who are like homeless and stuff should be able to just take deodorant and personal care products?
I think they should go to the same place where they give away free heroin needles and let people go safely. They should go there and get it. I think it should be a pantry. It should be I feel like there should be like a homeless bathroom thing. Mm-hmm. Like where you could go in there and just, it's like they clean the showers. Like you can make it all super, because you know they're going to be messy, right? But it's like you could go in, everything just, and you can go in there and it's like, maybe, I don't know how you can do the deodorant where it don't, like they just refill everything. Mm-hmm. And you could just go into a public homeless bathroom. So you could use the toilet. You could, it's like maybe 50 stalls, like 50 showers. Now you got to have some security or something over it, but I feel like you should do something like that. Like it's close to, and then I would also make like homeless villages. Like, where you could build like tiny homes where I think some homeless people like to be homeless. And I don't mean it like, but they don't want to be bound, but they don't have to live on the side of the expressway. Like say, even if you made the side of the expressway, you made a landing and you see all of those, you put like 50 like nice looking shelters where they have heat, light, and running water. Right? You can, there's no rent. First come, first serve. You occupy the joint, right? But you don't set up and then they pick up the garbage and do all of that stuff. And then when they ready to move on, they can move on. But I do think that we have to do a better job with the homeless stuff. So I don't know how we got here, but I do think that there are some much better solutions that I feel like we could come up with. And I'm not saying that there aren't people doing the work, but I do feel like we need to invest in that space some kind of way. Like, I do feel like as we talking about all these millions of dollars and like, there's no reason that Inglewood Barbie girl should be doing, there's no reason. She does a great job. Like when I was watching her with her Club 51 or whatever on Instagram. But like, if we know that the homeless people gather around those underpasses, is there not something we can do in the vicinity of underpasses? They go to the underpasses because it's kind of warm. It's some shelter, right? So they obviously get the concept of shelter. They all get in tents, right? I don't know if it's a tent city that you can organize. I know you can organize tent city for the chosen few. I'm saying something. I just feel like there is like, you could create some home bases or something where you can go tool up, go get you the things you need. I don't know. I know if Jaquil could do it and bag up 1,000 toiletry bags every dang on week and go. I just feel like there's something, right? With all these multi-million-dollar developers or something like that. And I know it's like you got to deal with mental health issues, but like even if you come through there and there's a mental health crisis center where you could go to inside of that space and like stop in, like I'm about to look, I do feel like there's something. There is something somewhere.
There's like a whole lot of common sense things that could happen, but I think there's a fine line between encouraging and deterring.
So let's say this. I think that the homeless population that is out there is the homeless. There's the homeless people that are going to remain homeless, that are going to be traveling wanderers that like outside. And then there are the people that are on hard times. Right? the hard times people are looking to get up. The other place, I just feel like we can't. Remember,
it's levels to homelessness. Like,
I agree.
It's
like
levels.
they're sleeping on the couch. Like when I've learned a lot about that homelessness. Like I was talking to one, actually Cyril Nichols, and he was telling me about when he had girls playing basketball and they were actually homeless. And I was like, what you mean they homeless? They was like, well, they stay at somebody's house for a couple days, or as long as they'll let them stay there, then they'll move and sleep on somebody else's couch, etc. There's that kind of homeless. There's the people that live in the I was watching this special. They was like, you could go to Walmart parking lots and listen. And she said, like, this woman who, she said she would take her camper, and the telltale sign is that you'll be in a parking lot late at night and see cars, and then you hear them turn on and turn off to heat up and then go back to sleep. Yeah. How do we get here? I don't know.
Because they be locking up the deodorant.
Oh, right. But I don't think they need to go into the store. Like, it is a challenge for me, though, when I go to Dunkin' Donuts and the dude trying to sell me the toilet paper that I know is on somebody's stoop, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, dog, you got that's dude name on there. I live around the corner from him. So, I'm starting, like, I'll tell you this, though, Ruthie. I am starting to be more compassionate. Like, understanding to people's different issues. Like, I'm not, like, not excuses, but I do feel like I have compassion. Like, there's do better. There's first of all, there's people that have challenges, and there's people that are willfully.
Come on, compassion.
So, nah, I do. I feel like if I had, that would be something I would deal with. And just in trying to find a way to get, like, I always drive by 10 City and be like, it would be cool to hang out for a day. Not to litter. But, like, it do seem like they be, like, cowboying and having some fun. But I remember when there was the one time when everybody was dropping off the propane tanks as 10 City was blowing up, and then the dude blew it up?
Yes.
Then remember when the mayor of the 10 City murdered somebody?
No.
And it's in the news. And it's like he's going to jail now, but he was like the mayor of the 10 City over by, and he killed somebody for discipline. You know, they had their own rules and discipline.
Oh, okay. That was a...
But he went just a little too far. So anyway, I don't know how we got there. Stop locking up the deodorant. Well, like, I don't want to have to drive to go to...
It would be different if they had adequate staffing at these stores. But I don't want to stand in the aisle for 30 minutes waiting on you.
But that's y'all damn millennials that don't want to work. Y'all be the Great Resignation. Oh, not y'all.
I'm finna say,
It's the other ones. The Great Resignation.
But that's everybody is doing the Great Resignation. Rightfully so, too.
Right until that government aid stop coming.
You think it's going to stop?
You think it ain't?
I just know these student loans better be gone.
Oh, if you was a did you do service?
Service? No, just push the button and wipe them out.
Well, if you were a public servant for 10 years, they take it out now.
So, you know, I know a few people who they made it kind of difficult. Like, they don't make it easy to follow through with some of those programs. Like, you got to be on top of it. I know they did forgive them for disabled people.
Well, they also forgave them for, like, if you were a service employee or a nonprofit.
Yeah, the public service, that one been around for a minute.
Public servant?
Yeah, the public service loan forgiveness.
So how does that work?
Work 10 years public service. It can be, you can work 3 years over here, 2 years over here, as long as your people will write you a letter.
And then you can, and then so like if you worked as a public in a federal, state, or a local government job,
or even like a nonprofit,
for 10 years.
10 years.
And how many payments do you have to make?
Now that is the part, because you do have to be making your payments. So most of the time, if you working in nonprofit, not necessarily, you know, government, but you ain't really got the bread to be making these full payments. So it kind of like, it puts you in one of those positions where it's like, let me calculate the risk reward. And you literally got to calculate. You got to see, like, if I make these 120 some payments at this rate, and I get it forgiven, is it worth the 10 G's?
You already, but what if you already done paid it? What if you already been paid $120 and you still got loans?
Then you only get a certain amount. Like, they don't make it easy to get your loans forgiven.
I don't
like,
think it should be easy.
Yes, it should. What you? Come on now, Maze. College was $1 when you went. $1.
No,
And maybe
it
5 cents.
Actually, it wasn't.
What was the average cost of tuition? 15,000?
No.
20?
No.
What was it?
$6,895.
Oh, stop, please,
It
Maze.
was $9,800.
Are you serious?
It's $9,865.
9,000 Maze. That's room and board.
Plus room and board. I mean, including room and board.
Maze, that is
and
wild.
I was the President's Award Scholar, so it was actually all free. And then on top of it, I got $1,000 a semester until I got in trouble. I don't know why y'all be tripping.
$9,000. You could work at a.
Ruthie was in 19.
You could have did a minimum wage job back in the day. You could have make $5 an hour and been paying and pay off your tuition.
I couldn't.
You could have took a refund check and paid your tuition.
No, I couldn't.
Cause y'all was tricking it off, going to Thirsty Thursday parties.
Actually, no, I was a member of Black Greek Letter Organization, so I didn't pay for parties anymore. I just got in trouble for fighting. I blew it all. Remember all these stories I told you? They all led up to that. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show.
Student loan forgiveness.
I was watching the news yesterday. They was like, why should someone who went to Stanford get their student loans forgiven when they're going to make $3 million a year for the rest of their life?
Everybody should get their student loans forgiven, Maze. And it could be levels to it. I think a good category is the people who didn't finish school but still got student loans. Wipe that out.
I think everybody who left school encumbered should get their encumbrance wiped.
Wipe it out.
I'm so scared to go back to school though.
You ain't got to. You just go online.
But that's what I feel like I ain't gonna do my work there.
You ain't got to.
I'm gonna be around here talking about some Ruthie. We gonna be like, Mace, I got a 15. It's on. I told you. Remember when I told you? My bowling instructor was my landlord, and I ain't pay my rent, so I failed bowling. That's how I feel about school. I'm still nervous from them days. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. Mace, Ruthie, and Riis will be back.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, and I want He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come on all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:38 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather report. As we have those sports, the Chicago Cubs looking to avoid the sweep at home, taking on the LA Dodgers. Cubs would get on board in the first inning, but would never score again, as the Dodgers would come back to win 7-1. Head over to the south side. The battle of the Sox, as the Sox was taking on the Red Sox in Boston. Jose Abreu gets a 2-run double. It isn't enough to win, and the Sox would win 3-2, and that now makes that 6 in a row. Let's head over to the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop will be 21 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 17, while in Eaton's Deerfield to the Exchange will be 29 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. The Eisenhower Thorndale to the Loop, 42 minutes. 28 minutes back out to Thorndale. On On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 54 minutes. Outbound will be 28. On the Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 37 minutes, 34 minutes to I-80. Dan Ryan, 20 minutes to the loop, and it's an accident going towards 95th, so it's 19 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson and back will be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. Today's weather, it is currently 57 and mostly sunny. Today will be a high of 77 and a low of 55. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Monday here on The Mace Jackson Show.
Come all the way with me. Please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another. Please, son, look and have mercy. Have mercy over our home, Lord.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my girl Ruthie Moore in the building, plus my man DJ Riis the Ruler. And it's a little bit past 6:30, 6:40. And you know, at 6:30, we welcome the Saints from WBGX 1570 AM. Now, Saints, I want to make sure y'all get the word. We are switching next week from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So we still working it out with WBGX, but y'all keep on tuning in. Stay tuned. Get all your updates. Don't forget, you can also get us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Reach out to WBGX and tell them you want the Mace Jackson Show at 3 o'clock. You gotta let them know if you Saints and you listen. If you my senior crew and you get us, you know, because every time Carrie goes somewhere, she like, where your husband? He ain't on the radio no more. She said she told me I need to give her some cards because if she go out, people always do, and you could just give them all the cards. So I'm gonna do all that stuff as we get everything together. Ruthie, we got a new set coming. We're gonna be high top again
with the lavaliers.
I'm gonna have a little lavalier mic on, so you gonna when you come in, I'm gonna have to put on your little bit.
Is it lava or lava?
Lavalier.
Lava.
Mm-hmm.
Lavalier. Dang,
I've
been saying lavalier. All
you one of them people that be trying to be bougie. Lavalier.
I've been saying lavalier all these years,
and we be like,
nobody never corrected me.
Right?
Thank you, Maze.
Well, you know, because people want to talk about you after you leave. Did you say lavalier? Hell, you get a lavalier.
I be needing a good word correction.
Bourbonade.
It's a Bourbonus.
So yeah, for the Saints, we want to let you know that we are moving from 6 to 9 to 3 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday. Still working it out with WBGX, but y'all keep on tuning in.
I got a question. You gonna be drinking your coffee from 3 to 6, or how is this gonna impact your coffee drinking routine that you have?
I think it's going to move to water.
Oh,
right. Like I think it'll be water, and then on Fridays, Ruthie, I'm thinking we're gonna have a bartender.
We can get Tennille to give us that water sponsor. That real
Appalachia.
Water. See, I'm about to say it wrong, like lavalier.
Appalachia. Man, that might be a good one. They're gonna have to get a sponsorship. But look, Ruthie, I'm telling you, yeah, that I'm gonna have a variety of drinks, but on Fridays the plan is to have a bartender in here. And
I know we still ain't worked out the days.
But we gotta talk. You got some other things you gotta do.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to be there on Fridays for the birthday.
Nah, see, there you go. You always want to come. Well, actually though, my thought was we could actually have a Friday happy hour show.
Yeah, so
on
dope.
Fridays and like broadcast from like say TP on Fridays and get yourself a register to win, and you can come in and do the live show broadcast on Fridays where you know we can have a special drink, have a bartender make a classic drink for us, and you come.
Yep.
And then it's like you drink and you you get here from 3 to 4 as you lining up.
Who the best bartenders, Maze?
I don't know.
Is it men or women, or black men or black women, or white men or white women?
Okay.
White men pretty good.
I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, I would say that white men bartenders are probably
they take it serious.
Mixologists.
They take it serious.
Yes, I would start there. I would say that the black bartender, male or female, who works at a white establishment, wants to get their money, who knows how to get their money, those are excellent bartenders. I think the bartenders in the hood are the bartenders that's getting you blasted. Like sometimes I feel like you go to the hood, they ain't even concerned about the drink, the taste. It is like you going to I'm not, and I say like if you know what I'm saying, like
I know what you're saying.
You not two and you through.
They understood what the assignment was.
Right. Now if you trying to get a curated drink, a drink that has you want some elderberry and some and some
muddle my stuff. If you ain't muddling, I don't want it.
Right. Now if you want your lime twisted by their hand and they reach their hand in there and grab.
That's what I'm talking about. If I order a margarita and you pull out that plastic bottle with that mix in it, I'm gonna look at you and say, never mind.
Ruthie, It
just bothers me. I need my stuff muddled.
See, that's why you can't take black people nowhere. Because
then
they be like, pardon me, right, and I'd like it shaken, not stirred, right? When you ever seen the shaken, not stirred? Have you ever seen a bartender that takes the shake seriously?
Yes,
that does
that's the best.
They be doing it with it's a whole body shake.
Those are the best ones, and then they do the long.
Right,
they go right in the glass. It be the perfect amount.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Or then there's just the drinks like you get at, say, for instance, a place like The Cut, where they just be like ice and drink. Like I'd like a tequila and Don Julio and lime juice. Sure.
I have an etiquette question for you.
Go.
So if you are out, right, like at like a fundraiser or something like that, right, and you go to the bar, it's a cash bar, and you get a drink, right?
Definitely tip.
Okay, but if I order a pop, right, or a soda for the people who don't say pop, and they pour some in the cup, and they don't act like they about to hand me the rest of the can, is it appropriate for me to say, can I get the can? Or do I just take the cup and just walk away?
You can say, can I get the rest of the can?
That ain't bogus. Like,
can I get you bill out the rest of the can? Can I have the rest of that? Okay. You know what I mean? I don't, like,
it ain't tacky. That's not tacky, is it?
No, but most of the time, depending on where you go, they give it to you. They pour and give you the rest.
Mm-hmm. But what if they ain't trying to give it? You can ask, like, and it ain't
like I like the rest of the can, please.
Okay,
I like the rest. Can I get the? Yeah, you. I mean, I think that nothing hurts to ask, and I think most of the time, and if you are a then they'll know the next time. Like the next time you want another one, because you could be the designated driver, right?
Got it.
So they like if you drinking Coke at a place, you have, you know what I'm saying. But like, you know, usually if I go somewhere and they get a Coke, they give it to you in a bottle and they pour it in. They be like, would you like the bottle? Or they, and I hate the, because that don't never taste right. Because they don't ever clean, because they don't take them off and clean. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I don't know. We must have got Tennille. We said something to Tennille on the get. Wait, what did we get Tennille?
She gonna probably text me.
Hey, can I tell you?
Don't ask for the rest. It's tacky, Ruthie.
I would ask for the rest politely. Just Like, oh man, I have the rest of the can.
I'll
be like, I'm designated. Now, if you feel a little,
look, okay, so look, she said you would be labeled. Thank you, Tennille.
You'd be labeled what?
That person.
I would be like, can I have the rest of the can? I'm the designated driver then. How about that?
Star said, child, you paid for it.
Right. They give you a half a glass for $5. That's what
I was just like, can I get the rest of my pop?
Label me then, damn it. Label me. I have been labeled. Cause I will definitely be like, can I get the can? And don't let it be a bottle. Or if it's a bottle and they don't give me the bottle, it's a problem. All right. This is the Maze Jackson show, and I don't know if you know what the hell we're talking about. Did y'all see the Pullman shooting? 3 people shot. The stop sign dude pulls up, hops out. One. How about here go my thing. If you are the 64-year-old man who is gardening, imagine you out gardening on 116th and Low, gardening, and you get shot. And somewhere in there they said a rapper. Could you please tell me what makes a person a rapper?
And I didn't really understand that.
Cause I do. When you read this story, we're gonna talk about when friends become enemies, you're gonna understand. But this rapper thing, so it's a couple things. One, I wanna know what makes you a rapper? To get put, like, is there a certain number of views, streams, songs, something? Or just do you have to say, I rap? And you get to be labeled a rapper. Secondly, rapper is going to soon become a target, a viable target. So it's like gang member,
yep,
rapper.
Straight up, Maze.
You got to understand that they're branding rap, like with the merger of hip hop and the way that it is woven together in Chicago, particularly with our drill scene. Pay attention to the reason why they're labeling these people rappers, so that you can justify killing them. I'm just saying. If I said gang member, right? If every time you see, so 64-year-old man shot by rappers, rap beef. I'm telling you. So could you tell me what you gotta do? Like, because if that's the case, it's like, is Tyrone Muhammad a rapper? Ruthie, look, she waiting for the diss. Look, the diss track. Start the diss track.
But you might be on to something.
I am on to something
in terms of how we get labeled.
Look at FBG Duck. Look at all the killings. They have definitely made them rap killings, rapper killers. So I'm just telling you, don't your son grow up and say he want to be a rapper now? What you think the police say when they hear rapper? I'm just telling you. And what's crazy is, I don't know how they. What's crazy is, it's being brought mainstream, and so. If it was me as a kid, there would be an appeal to be a rapper. Like, I mean, if you think about it right now, probably the biggest current, or one of the biggest current rappers in the world is about that life. And it is mainstreamed to the point that I don't know how a child could distinguish I don't know how a child can make the distinction. I'm gonna leave it there because it's very close to home. But I do wonder how a child makes a distinction if the adults don't. I don't think that we understand the conundrum or the confusion that something like this could cause for a young person. And let me go back, because I know y'all like to be like, man, he grew up in the suburbs. If the model, let's back up. Do y'all remember what was the Chief Keef video? When they was all at the crib and they was smoking and they had the guns and it was like way
300.
Huh? Something like that. Yeah. I want y'all to look at the evolution from Chief Keef to now. And I need for y'all the way to make it in Chicago is through the path. Like, chance ain't the path. If I could be clear. I don't know that black kids are aspiring to be Chance.
Some of them are.
Huh?
Some of them are.
Black kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some of the more artsy ones.
They must have moved here. Okay, so the more artsy ones, the ones that go to
the
1
and
and 4
poetry at the poetry
right
jam. Like, Chance made a nice path for some young people, and infrastructure is kind of still there and set up for some of those young people to release some of those outlets of creativity through poetry and other types of art.
Okay, so no shade to Chance, but the challenge for a lot of our young people is they don't even get exposed to that. Mm-mm. And I don't know if y'all saw this story in the paper today about Anthony Brown and Lil Mike Brown. They grew up together and as they grew up and got older, they became ops. Mm. And Anthony is on trial at 15 for killing his former friend. And it was interesting to hear the mom talk about they grew up together and then they became what you call ops. And also then woven into it is the music. Because again, Anthony is labeled as a rapper. And then you go to his YouTube page where I'm like, first of all, he looked like a baby. For real. Like, I'm like, hey, yo, I'm looking at this thing like, I'm looking at this party saying these are 15-year-olds. They look like it. Ruthie and I was like, wait. They got lasers and sights and everybody got a 40, 50,000 Glock and Ruthie? So let's go back because I done skipped a whole bunch of stuff. I want to go back because it was interesting because I was going to say today's social media question of the day was going to be, what did you get from your mama? Mm. And so I still want to do that, but then I want to talk about Anthony and Lil Mike and what happens when friends become enemies. But I also want to go back because I feel like we didn't give Mom's Day enough props. But then when you read this story about Lil Mike and Anthony, and you find out that Anthony's mom killed his dad, stabbed him, was sentenced to jail. And I was saying, what did I get from my mom? What did they get from their moms? Don't be making no faces at me.
It's a cycle.
And I was just thinking about, our children are in a peculiar position. But I think I want to have all these conversations. So this is what I'm going to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Riis to hit that button again. Hit that button for me, Riis. I want to hear the big voice.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Because I don't feel like we gave Mother's Day enough props on Friday, I want to know, what did you get from your mom? What did you get from your mother? Was it a life lesson? Is it your looks? Is it your philosophy? I figured out what I got from my mom. It was like, I feel like I got a lot. I think I'm loud because of my mom, right? But I feel like the gift, my mom gave me a very, very special gift. And yesterday when I was posting the pictures for Mother's Day, it really dawned on me what the biggest gift that she gave me was. Oh, can I tell you this too? Shout out to my sister for Mother's Day. You know, did y'all see Tennille's social media this weekend? Mm-mm. Okay, y'all need to go check out Tennille's social media this weekend because she was down in Atlanta and she went to the Rose Fest or whatever it is. And she was First of all, who was the white boy? Like, I don't appreciate, I feel a certain way, Tennille, when you take these pictures with these white guys. I'll be like, he's not trying to date my sister, is he? Like, I'll be feeling a certain way. But she was down there kicking it with Jazzy Jeff. Why you rolling your eyes, Ruthie? Don't you
she
be
in love whoever she want to love.
As long
she
as
can't help it because the
first
swirl
of all,
like her. Let her swirl if she want to swirl.
Don't
She out here trying to live her best life.
Don't get put up out this.
She trying to live her best life.
Ruthie.
Let her live her best life down in the A.
Ruthie.
You know, a black man down in the A is less to choose from. So she got to get in where she fit in.
So anyway, Tennille was down at the Rose Fest kicking it with Jazzy Jeff and them, and I feel like Tennille was actually stunting, right? She was like, she was stunting. Don't nobody care about Robin sick. Your
sister don't stunt. She is very humble.
She is, but let me tell you, this weekend her social media was like humble brag. Like, it was the humble. Tennille is not the stunter, but first of all, when I saw her with the big shades on, I was like, oh yeah, you down here, Hollywood. You like, you go out of town and you all VIP. You be like, oh yeah. They be like, where you from? Right? She's like, yes, I'm the super exec from. But
in Tennille's defense, for all the people listening that cannot read the comments, it was Robin Thicke in the picture, y'all. It wasn't just no random white man. It was Robin.
They all look the same to me.
And we know Robin likes sisters.
That's all the reason why I was like, the white boy don't get punched in your face.
Love's with that.
Love get choked. So Tennille was down there, and she was down in the A. So I was gonna ask you. Also, I want to know what you did for your mom for Mother's Day. But I'm suffering from some gout issues, so I didn't want to be rolling around. So I had my foot up all day. But I bought my mom Mother's Day dinner, but Uber Eats didn't deliver right to what she wanted. So it was funny. Tennille got off the plane on Mother's Day. And my mom told her to go pick up my Mother's Day gift for her. She was like, I just get off the plane. and that's because I'm the favorite. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, no, I'm just serious. Anyway, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I want to know what you did for your mom for Mother's Day. And what did you get from your mom? Like, what did you get from your mom? Like, a whooping? I got plenty of them. Well, I didn't really get that many from my mom. But did you get your attitude? Did you get your characteristics? Did you get your look? I want to tell you what I think I know I got from my mom. But I want to hear from you too. So we're going to open up the phone lines, 872-259-7474. Also, don't forget, this is the last week from 6 to 9. Next week we'll be on from 3 to 6. We'll talk about it at 7:30. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me.
crucial west suburbs in Chicagoland area, the Naperville Soul Fest is back, featuring a live performance by Avery Sunshine and Carl Thomas. On Friday, June 3rd, and Kindred the Family Soul, Selena Johnson, and Riis. On stage Saturday, June 4th at Naper Settlement, located at 523 South Weber Street in downtown Naperville. If you missed the last Naperville Soul Fest, you don't want to miss this one. Get your discounted tickets on Eventbrite or visit NapervilleSoulFest.com for more event details. For vendor opportunities with access to over 7,000 attendees, text 630-202-6431. That's 630-202-6431. Spend your first weekend in June at the Naperville Soul Fest with Avery Sunshine Friday, June 3rd, and Kindred the Family Soul on Saturday, June 4th. Check out NapervilleSoulFest.com for more information.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20 piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on. Why you gotta look so good, good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put that grown on. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nails done, when you put your grown on. It's something about you when you put your grown on. When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Or when you're at the job just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor giving more. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting your wrong wanna know. Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done and your nails done, when you put that grown on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
What
even trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Mace and Riis and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed us all.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Hey, Ruthie. I was just looking at this. I was looking at the Daily Line, and they say that the Public Defender's Office, Sharon Mitchell, is opening up today an immigration representation unit with Senator Omar Aquino and Jennifer Gong, Representative Jennifer Gong Dershowitz. Have we got all the I just gotta say, we're gonna have to get Sharon back in here. Maria, what's going on? Get our guy back up in here, cause I want to have a special unit for the people. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a whole unit. Why are you making that face, Ruthie? You Googled it?
Yeah, I Googled it.
Read it to me.
No, it's just two whole House bills that's out. House Bill 2790 and House Bill 709. And low-key this article all the way from August 26th of 2021.
Antonio, don't stunt. You was looking extra fresh on your. I was like, wait, Tennille, those are bright colors. She was all.
You should block Maze, Tennille. You should block them.
I actually was super. I was loving that she was. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sister has. It's wonderful to see her taking full advantage of, like, I'm a capitalist pig.
Oh.
My sister is very frugal. Right, but it is super awesome to see her, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm bouncing out for the weekend, and I'm going to Rose Fest. Mm-hmm. And by the way, yes, I am all high VIP. So yes, everyone. And she, like, I was like, but I still was feeling a certain way about the Robin Thicke picture. I didn't know it was Robin Thicke, but I still was feeling the same kind of way. I was waiting. I was like, somebody gonna pop it up one day. I'm gonna be mad in my business, like, and what's in it for the black people? And it's gonna be like, duh. And I'm gonna be like, and you know what happens though, right? Because guess what happened? It's still my sister. I be trying to tell people, you do. It's still my sister. Like, people just don't. Ruthie, I don't understand why people just don't get it. Like, they be like, you know what your sister. If it comes with, you know what your sister. You lost. You cannot tell on me about my sister. You cannot tell on my sister to me. So, yeah, I was just loving the fact that she was getting her kick it on. But when I saw the big glasses, I did say, that's a little Hollywoodish. Just a little. I was like, how big are those glasses?
You got to protect her eyes.
I see.
You know,
and her eyebrows and her cheeks. You know, she had the fashion glasses on. It's all good though. Shout out to Aunt Neil. She was celebrating her Mother's Day in the A. So tell me, Ruthie, what did you do for your mom for Mother's Day?
You know, she said she ain't want to go out because of the COVID. So we just decorated the house. And
what you decorated with?
Ribbons.
Balloons.
You know, knickknacks.
Okay.
You know, black mamas don't give me no knickknacks.
Okay.
But you know what she got? Knickknacks.
Like knickknacks. Like, what do you get?
When you ask the grandkids to get, you know, they gonna come in with some Five Below.
Yep.
Happiness, you know, the little knickknacks.
Yes.
Stuff that my mama gonna probably just put up for a second.
Right.
But she said no knickknacks. Stop getting me stuff that collect dust.
Man. I just gave cash.
I got her a TV.
Damn, Ruthie.
She been asking about a TV.
What kind of TV?
A really nice one, a smart one. So
How
she can
much?
just push
How many
it-
pages? How many inches?
Oh, 55.
Go, D!
Nothing but the best.
That's what I'm talking about. I was
but
in the
the
store
best.
the other day. I saw 85. I was like, I need it.
Woo!
I was like, I want that.
I don't even got enough wall space for that one.
Yes, you do.
A 85 inch?
Yes, you just make it the entertainment. You make it the wall. That's the
be
wall.
whole wall.
Like I would take all the kids' pictures coming down. If I get an 85, the kids ain't got a picture in the house. Yeah, all of it coming down. Let me get an 85-inch TV. I'm moving the whole living room over.
Not the kids.
The kids' pictures gone. Now you ain't. They'll be like, I'll be like, we'll put it on the rotator. I got 85 inches up in this bad boy.
Oh, that's cruel. Only Jersey got a picture. Jersey
will keep a picture right. Yup, Jersey will keep her picture. Jersey will be the screensaver. All right. Reese, Mother's Day. Your son, I know your son was probably collecting gifts on Mother's Day for himself. But what did you do for Mother's Day? How you take care of Miss Yolanda Wilson? Hey, Miss Wilson.
Well, first, actually, I woke up because it was actually me and my girl's 17th anniversary on Saturday.
Damn.
And then, on Saturday, so she got like the double bubble. So I ended up waking up, and then I went and got I went in and delivered all my cars to my aunties and my grandma and all that, and then I had came in, and my mom, she wanted to go to dinner, so I took her to like a little spot. So,
what's her spot?
Well, she liked Miller's Pub downtown.
Oh, I love Miller's Pub.
Her favorite spot, but she actually just chose the one because it's close to our house, like Miller's. That's in like North Riverside. It was real nice, but man, it was some ninjas in there yesterday.
Ninjas be in there for their Mama's Day. So how'd it go? What you mean? Tell me what they did.
know,
What made them? Hold on, Reese. Hold on. What, they weren't dressed properly? Were they talking loud? Were they? You wasn't minding your business?
I was.
You wasn't minding your own business. You didn't enjoy your dinner with everybody smelling it.
I enjoyed my dinner. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
So what was ninja? What was ninja activity?
Cussing and stuff. They had the little white waiter. She was shook. And it was 20 people arguing over the bill. First of all, why you put 20 people on one bill?
First of all, don't come in here. Y'all this. How do you do that when you get 20 people on the bill? Okay, go ahead. Finish telling me what else happened.
Split the bill, but because now it end up happening, and now everybody ain't gonna say something wrong with the bill. Now something wrong with the bill. Now all of a sudden, and now it come down the window. And then the hard part about that is you don't understand that if you've never been in that circumstance, here's a trick, y'all. Never be the last person to pay. If it's one bill and everybody's starting to go to that bill and pay, never be the last person. There's always somebody that did not pay that bill. Now somebody mad, and now they finna fight. She calling somebody. But I mind my business. But it was a little ghetto. I was like, my people, man. I didn't say my people, though. I said my people, man. My people.
See, that's why I don't even want to go out on Mother's Day. Like I told my mama, we all got a kind of an agreement. Like we ain't trying to go out on Mother's Day just because it's so that. Like it's the day that everybody who ain't been out for a year come out. And so they manners, they whole little, right? And because it's their mama, it's like, Negroes be ready to fight over their mama. So it's like, it's the one day, it's the one day you gonna act a fool for mama. So I'll be like, you know what? Have your day. Have it. Be amongst yourselves. We're gonna chill. Mom, tell me where you want to go any day you want, just not on Mother's Day. If you want me to cook, I'll cook. Now, yesterday I didn't really do nothing because I was trying to stay off my foot. Because it's like it's almost gone, but it ain't gone all the way gone. So it's like, whew.
What you been eating, man?
I think happened? Is I ate these Pepperidge Farm butter cookies. And I feel like every cookie got a stick of butter in it. And they are so good, but I was eating them in my sleep. And I feel like because I ain't really ate nothing crazy, and then I compounded it with I found some very rich butter cookies. I've been on this butter cookie thing. And then combine it with some crazy ice cream. And so it was just a fat conglomeration. And it just went straight to, but it didn't do like it normally do, how I go 1, 2, 3, like it hit left, right. Didn't do that. It just hit one corner. But it'd be like, how come whenever you in pain, it find the one spot that you don't never think you ever use, and you be like, dang, I didn't even know.
I'm gonna bring you some real butter cookies, I guess.
Not the green butter cookies. So all right, Riis. So that's what you did out. So Yolanda, you had a good time. So Riis, did y'all have a good time? Did you ignore it? Nobody pulled out a pistol.
Yeah, nobody did. No, we so it's be all right. Yeah, we just it was pretty good. She had a good time. And that was really it. That was really it.
Okay, so for my Mother's Day, let me back up. I got up. I did. I called. Made my phone calls. And then I just kind of sat. And I did a lot of writing, a lot of paperwork, a lot of trying to get a jump on this week. But I was thinking about what did I get from my mom, right? So I gave her a card. I bought her dinner, and in the card got some cash, even though she ain't pick it up. But I was thinking about what did I get from my mother? Like, I know we give her a gift, but what did I get from? And as I was posting, it came to me that the greatest gift that I got from my mother is my confidence. And I want to distinguish that from my arrogance, because I think sometimes people take my confidence as arrogance, and some people don't like it. Like, some people take the fact that I believe in myself somewhat in all cases as an offense to them. Right? Like, who does Negro think he is? But I've come to recognize that the confidence that I have comes to me from my mother. And I need for you to understand that my confidence that I have comes from my mother's unshakable faith in God. So I'm going to connect the dots real quick. My mother tells the story often of my grandmother who was dying. She had 14 brothers and sisters. She was dying, and she did not have anything to leave physically, monetarily to her kids. So she invited the pastor into the room, and she prayed what she calls a hedge of protection around all of her children. At every family reunion, we talk about that hedge of protection, and I think you see it in our family. Like I know a lot of black families. We ain't perfect, but when I look at the outcomes, it's like that hedge of protection has extended. But my mom, there's never been a person that's been more proud of anything that anybody does than my mother of me. And she often talks about, it was funny because we were talking about this issue of abortion and all type of stuff, and I'm the product of a single mother, right? And probably inconveniently, and she probably had the option. I'm sure a lot of people were like, tap out, right? Young girl from Marion, Indiana, living in the city of Chicago, and she decides to have Maison Maurice Jackson. She tells the story of how she worked when she knew she was going to have a child. She worked every day, all day, saved every bit of money, took her lunch every day because she wanted to have the time to be with me when I was born, and she didn't want to have to work. So she did everything to make that happen. And then she talks about when I was born, everyone around me spoke life into me, right? Like, how because I was looking at this story of Anthony and Lil Mike, and nobody spoke life into them, right? They spoke death and murder. And she was like, everywhere you went, everybody. And my mom was as proud of me for every church program. I remember she tells the story of she would have to work, and I'd go to church, and she'd say, Maison, how'd you do at church today? And she'd say, I would say, I did the best, Mom. And she'd be like, now, how you know you did the best? I got the most amens. And I think of story after story after story after story of my mom always believing that her son was the best. Not that anybody else's was less, but there was never anything that my mother didn't believe in me in. I was just thinking about like when all of this stuff was happening with Mike Madigan and all of these people, and every person around me, every person was like, you got to stop this. It's going to be you're hurting everybody else around you. This stuff, some man is going to do something to you. And my mother she would tell Tennille, you tell him don't stop. Because where everybody else was taught to be scared of men, I truly believe that every single day my mother prayed that hedge of protection around me that was bigger than any man that they sent at me. And I know we like to make fun of, at this time it's kind of like, we want to make fun of God and we want to make fun of, faith and stuff. Like, it's not convenient to talk about. But I got to tell you that I believe that my mother's faith in God, unshakable faith in God, is what has protected me all of this time. Whether I've been obedient or not, her faith has given me the confidence to look any person in the eye. As I remember Minister Farrakhan said, Maze, you don't see trees, you see men. That didn't come from the minister. That came from my mama. That came from my mama knowing her relationship with God. And I felt like it was the explanation to me of why I'm able to do what I do. In spite of every detractor, in spite of every naysayer, it's like, if there's anybody that believes in Maison, it is my mom. I remember my mama came down to U of I when I was pledging. She saw me and I was skinny as a rail. And she was like, and some people was like, this is crazy. And she said, boys will be boys. Do what you got to do. I remember one of my uncles told on me. And my mama led the charge to be like. But there's never been a moment in my life when anybody has told me no, or whenever I have been fearful of man, I can look at my mom and have the confidence to know that she and her faith is what puts the shield around me. And so I was just thinking about, what did you get from your mama? And I think sometimes it's easy for people to misinterpret. And it's a lot of times why I think people dislike me, because I don't know that they've often seen someone who really isn't fearful of man. Because I've seen my mom. Like, I've seen my mom go through everything. Like, the biggest, the baddest, and she could break the biggest and the baddest down at 5'3". I make fun of Christians all the time, but I ain't never seen a person that's had as much faith in God and seen it come back to them 20 times over than my mom. I have oftentimes said, what are you doing? What makes you, why would you? And you know what? And it's so crazy because everybody else be swearing to God, my mama is their mama. I'll be like, that's not your mom. They be people like, hey, we have to say, no, we don't. That ain't your mama. But I do wish that so many of us had the opportunity to have someone who has that kind of faith. One, the faith in God that then, quite frankly, has transferred to me. And I ain't been, look, I was trying to figure out how not to go to church yesterday. I was kind of thinking like, man, my gout is acting. It was really acting up yesterday, so I didn't go for real. But it is, that's what I got from my mom, my confidence. And I think that some people don't like it. It's misinterpreted because I don't ever think I'm better than anybody. Ever, ever, ever. But I know I'm special. I am. And it's like some people, maybe you can't say that out loud. Maybe it is. Maybe no one gave you that. But I want to know what you got from your mama. Like, what did she give you? When you think about your mom, I want you to think about the gifts. Doesn't have to be physical. It could be. It could be the best thing my mama ever gave me was confidence. She ain't give me no damn Nikes. I gotta tell you, I used to be mad in the mud. She always bought my clothes 2 years late at the Madigan sale. I'd be like, Mom, I want a panda sweater from Janera. She'd be like, okay. When it was on the sale, Brad, I was like, the Filipinos was wearing it 2 years ago. I want some Z Cavaricis. Not in college, Mom. But even as I had to wear all that stuff, let me tell you what. I was Gene Jackson's child. Hey, y'all. What makes you your mama's child? What did she give to you? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show.
Peace, Brother Mace. This is Brother Anthony Muhammad calling from Atlanta.
Brother Anthony, what's up, my man? How you feeling? And I know this had to be a different Mother's Day for you. Hopefully you were able to celebrate the energy of your mother as she has become an ancestor. But talk to me, man. I know she gave you some, because, brother, there's no way you got the spirit you do without your mom.
Man, you're absolutely right. Man, the first thing that comes to mind is my mother's appreciation for nature. I mean, you put my mother inside of a park next to a body of running water, and she is like completely at peace. She loves that stuff. So I can sit now on our property and just take such joy just listening to the birds singing, listening to and watching the bees flying around, or anything that involves just taking a part in just natural scenery. It don't have to have any frills to it. Just really basking in God's creation. She definitely instilled that in me. She taught me the principle of creative visualization. Like, I remember there was an old business publication called Dollars and Cents that came out in the early 90s. And there was a cover photo with Arsenio Hall on it. And she actually took a picture. She cut my head. She basically put my head on Arsenio Hall's body. And she put that inside my closet in my bedroom so that every time I opened the closet door, there was a picture of me being on a magazine cover of Dollars and Cents. So that was another thing, creative visualization. And my mother actually, as I learned since she's passed away, she really modeled the principle of being kind and generous to people. It wasn't something that she necessarily taught, from her mouth, Tony, as she would call me, you should do this, you should do that. I had some of that for sure, but it was really her example of that, and it didn't really dawn on me until hearing all the accounts from my own friends, family members, and coworkers that she had been demonstrating this to them all the time. And I say the last thing was my mother, two things. Number one, my mother was very comfortable going places by herself. Some people always feel like they have to have somebody to accompany them to go to the movies, to go to a concert, to take the trip out of the country. My mother was not like that. She did not want me to feel as if I didn't have somebody to join me on certain trips, that I shouldn't take advantage of those opportunities to do that. And the last thing is, my mother really opened the path for me, I believe, to become a Muslim and follow in the Nation of Islam. She didn't become a Muslim in the sense of joining the Nation of Islam, but she was a Christian, but she always attended non-denominational churches. And for that, what that meant for me is that she did not confine herself to any sort of a religious box. You know, she didn't subscribe to, any particular denomination within the Christian church. And I think that openness, if you will, helped me to be able to explore faith in God in other traditions outside of the church. And I believe ultimately that openness and being willing to give my ear and consideration to other schools of thought ultimately led me to the Nation of Islam. So I thank my mother so much for all those examples that she has made for me in my life. Thank you, brother.
Hey, no, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Hey, man, your mama. Man, remember when people used to say, your mama, want to get in a fight? I used to go home and be like, mama, man, son, why you getting in a fight? He said, your mama. Your mama what? I'm okay.
He don't even know me.
Your mama, right. You said, remember your mama was the ultimate. I was just curious.
It still is.
You anything, y'all, what you get from your mom? What you get from your mama, Ruthie?
I got a pretty nice mama.
You said pretty nice. Yeah, did she whoop you?
You know what? She better in her old age.
I think they all are. Because they trying to figure. I think sometimes they trying to figure it out.
I would say a spirit of helpfulness. Because I was like, man, why you always doing stuff for people? Then I got older and I'm like, dang, well, she do just as much for us too. So I would say just a spirit of just helping people.
Okay.
Go
on, Ruthie mama.
Sometimes I'm like, can you help me? But she do though, so I can't even be mad.
Right.
But, I appreciate her doing my yard every year. That's helpful.
She come in and
started off and be like, you got to keep it up. You better go out there and pull the weeds. About a month go past. Did you pull them weeds? Then she got to come back up again and get me together. And I'm like, Mom, this time I'm going to stay on top of the maintenance.
My mama used to always, if I moved into a place, it wasn't my place until my mama came.
Got to come get you right. That's how
my mama had to clean
get you right.
She'd be like, still can't get out the way. I got to clean the house.
Listen, my mama, she got the nice little welcome mats. I'm functional. So if I put a mat down, it's literally for you to wipe your feet. It ain't got to be looking all night. Why you got these dirty mats? Well, Ma, they for dirt. They for shoes. So, she got to hook it up. So she keep me right in terms of, you don't want to have a yard where people just come and be like, who live there?
I hate that.
But I don't like maintenance. So I just be needing low like if I gotta get the bushes, why I gotta water them every day? Like,
you don't gotta water the bushes every day.
When you first put them in, you gotta water them. It's just work, and I'm just like, Ma, I can't do this, Ma.
Gotta get you a man.
Is that
that's what it is?
Do men do that? Men do that kind of stuff?
I don't know about these newfangled men. I be looking at you. I be like, I don't know about these newfangled men. I be like, well, I don't know, because if you a newfangled man and you ain't had a daddy who told you to be in the yard.
Oh.
Not to be funny.
No, I
was thinking about the reality of like no man in the house. Like, who says, like, I be seeing boys walk past the trash in their yard and they be like.
But do men pull weeds though? Is that a man thing?
Yes. The way it's supposed to work is the man got the outside and the woman got the inside.
What about when it comes to like gardening and landscaping?
That's if it's so landscaping is the man, gardening is the woman.
What's the difference? Like,
landscaping is your grass is cut, your hedges are trimmed, you have a presentable place. A garden is,
it's like pulling out the weeds.
The garden is like a hobby. Like a garden is a hobby. You ain't just like, you gotta have grass. You gotta have bushes.
Huh.
That's a hobby. The grass cutting, unless the man is supposed to cut the grass like the way I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it wrong, because I still cook and wash dishes or whatever, but the responsibility of indoors is the woman and the responsibility of outdoors is the man. Now, if you are a gardener and you like gardenias and you want to put tulips around the house, that's your option. You be out. But I got to make sure the grass is cut, the bushes is there, everything is there for the stability.
I like the way you think.
I think like at the house, like your job is to do the vacuum and whatever, but if there needs to be a screw put in, that's my job.
So basically every spring I need to come up on a new man so I can get my outdoor stuff done.
No, just get you one. Stick with him and then he know what to do. And see, you be taking chances because these newfangled men, right? They call themselves men, but don't know what difference between a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver. You got man issues. Like if you can't pick up the toolbox and know the difference between the tools and look at a project and say, these are the tools I need for this project, you got man issues in my book. Let's go to the live line. What did you get from your mom, though? I want to know what you got from your mama. Talk to me, caller.
Yo, what's going on, bro? What's cracking? What's up, Riis? What's up, Ruthie? What's going on, bro?
What up, Devo?
What up?
Hey, man, I think I get from my mother just a sense of optimism and whatever it is, man, we gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely gave me that, taught me how to communicate and use my words, show empathy, be in touch with all of my emotions, and just, man, whatever it is, just do it, Devin. Like, no excuses. Just do it. If you say you're going to do something, just do it. And that's pretty much, just being a good mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, never having to want for nothing, never having to feel like I missed out on something because my father wasn't there. And, just being solid, man. That's my hitter right there. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. Just being a good mama, which is cool because, we all of last week, it was real, a lot of brothers went in on the sisters, but I think if more people called in, you'll kind of see why the sisters are the way that they are, because the brothers don't be on nothing. So, we can't just abandon them and then be wondering why things turn out the way they do. Everything is an equation, especially with these kids. So the man has to fulfill his responsibility within the equation to ensure the success of the village. But happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hugs to everybody that ain't got their mama, man. And everybody that want to be a mama, go be a mama. And everybody that want to be a daddy, go be a daddy. So love y'all, man. I'm out, bro.
Thanks, bro. All right.
I don't know about that last part.
Not everybody. So a lot of people just want to practice. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We got any other callers on the line? What your mama do? All right, well, look, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, I want to talk about Anthony and Lil Mike. And I want to talk about the switch to, because we're going to get out of here. We're going to lose the radio audience. So I want to make sure that they are aware that we are moving next week, 3 to 6. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Uh-oh, what's in it for black people?
I want to know, is there an offensive black people list? Who manages it, and do black people have to honor it?
Maze. You're Uncle Tom. That's why you're an offensive. And the reason why you're Uncle Tom is the real story of Uncle Tom. How he worked for his freedom, and then the slave master reneged on him and wouldn't let him get his freedom. So you know what he did? He left. You're messing with the church's money. You were smart enough to work your way off, so you offended the white folks, and then you offended the black folks because your ass left, and because they wouldn't. And who manages the left is both black folks and white folks, because if you see in that situation, the black folks is just as mad as the white slave owner that Uncle Tom left.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended?
You ran off the plantation, brother. That's why you're offensive. That's all I got, bro. Keep being offensive.
Thank you.
Maze Jackson.
You were there for me to love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always there to comfort me. And no one else could be what you have been to me. You'll always be. You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, you know I love you. You know I love you, yeah. You know I love you, Mama. You're the queen of my heart. You're the queen of my heart.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. 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 For the black people.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, and Ruthie Mo. Why you looking out confused?
I was looking at the comments, trying to be better about keeping up with the comments.
Keeping up with the comments. Don't be mad because y'all don't be knowing how to use a screwdriver these days.
Oh, yeah. YouTube.
That ain't YouTube. Can't help
Yes,
you. You got a toolbox. You got a tool bag.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a homeowner.
Okay.
I get everything I need.
Okay. Except somebody to water the bushes.
Well, you know, the beauty of that, I can go out and turn the hose on myself, Maze.
That's the problem. That's usually the problem with y'all women these days.
Stop.
That's
We keeping this above board. No. Resist. Just give me a sprinkler.
That's the problem.
And just turn it on.
Does it battery operated sprinkler?
Nope. Electric.
If you gotta plug it in. Oh Jesus. If it got a plug on it.
Hey, Ma. Remember, our mothers are listening.
They don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. It's the Maze Jackson Show. All right. Check this out, y'all. Monday through Friday. Ruthie. You laughing like you know what you're talking about. Look,
hey, Auntie Tina, that's watching.
Look, no, I'm zooming in on her. Look at her. Look at my phone. We want a close up on Ruthie's face.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, we're back.
It's too early in the morning.
That's exactly when it's work. That's why early in the morning is.
They do say you're supposed to water them bushes early before the sun come up.
See, that's the problem. Is that why the electric be going off in the morning in the apartment building? You be like, why we keep blowing a fuse from 6 to 9 in the morning?
You gotta unplug the microwave first. You better learn your circuits.
Oh Jesus, Lord have
Nothing
mercy.
worse than having to go flip them switches down there.
Ooh. Especially if you was in the. Let me stop. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm gonna quit. It's the Maze Jackson. That's not a COVID cough. We have medium. You be careful.
Hey, let's not talk about it. You know, Johnson & Johnson said don't get that no more.
Really?
Yes.
Why not?
They blood clots. They didn't took it off the thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I took Moderna.
You know, Black, we wasn't trusting the one shot in the first place.
Right. No, give me two.
We know we wasn't trusting it anyway. And Black people. No, we knew.
But they knew that in the beginning, though. It must keep happening.
Experimentation.
Right. All right. Maze Jackson Show. All right. So, Ruthie. Starting next Monday, we are going to be on from 3 in the afternoon until 6. We're going to take the afternoon drive spot. And I am hoping that everyone here with us will join us and make the switch and help us spread the word as we make the switch. It is my sincere hope that we will be able to continue on WBGX. I did have preliminary conversations, and they did say that they would be willing. We got to negotiate some pricing. But Ruthie, I've been doing the morning show since 2017, making it almost 5 years that I've gotten up every day at 4:00 in the morning, and have gotten here because I dedicate. This show is a dedication. I was barely getting paid. Did I tell you they was paying Todd more than me at the other place? Like twice what they was paying me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have made me just that much more offended. But that's okay, because it was like this was a dedication and labor of love. And in the process of doing this show, I've come to meet, learn, and I cannot lie and tell you that this position has not raised my level of prominence, and in some ways change the discussion of black politics in Chicago. And I don't want to give that up. But what I would like is the opportunity to enjoy more of everything that Chicago has to offer and to be able to provide some insight. One of the things, Ruthie, so I don't know if you all know, but I do plan to go back to lobbying. The reality is the reason that I am a morning show or was on the morning show was because I was forced away from my true love, which was politics, where I probably resigned myself to the fact that I would not be an elected official. But like probably when I finally got to the understanding, the full understanding of my role as a lobbyist, I then tapped myself out of it when I probably could have done the most good. You know, like you're doing a job, and right now I'm just enjoying the kicking it, the restaurants, the fun, and then the moment you have the epiphany of, you ever did something, and you be like, or you was kicking it somewhere in a village or a town, and then you be like you was on vacation, you be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then it be time to go, and you be like, damn, I ain't do that. That's how I felt about lobbying. Like when I first started lobbying, it was like, I got a credit card, I got expense accounts. I didn't realize that I was actually lobbying. It was just like it was like being in college with an expense account. Then when I came to the reality of what we were doing, it was the antithesis of the people because they weren't concerned about black folks. And I said, there's an opportunity. So I've decided that I'm going to lobby again. As you can see, I've started to repair, or not repair, but the relationships that kept me out are now gone, and we've started to build. And so being up at 6 or 4 o'clock in the morning doesn't give me the opportunity to do the most or be the most impactful that I can in that space. And I truly believe that as I re-enter the lobbying space, I am definitely going to have the opportunity to impact how the black conversation is happening and the way we negotiate in these deals. We were talking last week about being in the deal. But I also believe that this platform that we've created is a springboard for many conversations that need to happen in the community, in the black community specifically. And so I'm not going to give up the vehicle. I just think that we need to move it to a time that is more conducive to allow us to get more guests, to share more information. But I also, Ruthie, don't always want to be mad. Right? Like, it's hard to read a lot of these stories, especially with the insight that I have, and not be mad. It's even it's compounded by the fact that if I read them in the first thing in the morning without an opportunity to digest, you get the raw. Like, did I tell you about me and Tennille have a 24-hour rule? Like, if she does something, because she always be doing something. No, I'm just playing. But if either one of us does something or feels some way about something that one of us did, we take 24 hours before we talk about it, because we know that our immediate reaction before we have the opportunity to really think through it both of us have very strong will, and we'll be mad for a week. So instead of being mad for a week, we decide to wait a day. Then, even if we still feel there's a better way to express it, right? And so that's kind of how I feel about what's going on in the media, especially with all of the stories, especially coming into this cycle. If you catch me at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I read the story, I'm on fire because I know exactly what it means. And you get the, as compared to. So after careful analysis, we've analyzed this, and here's what's happening. Here's how it impacts us, but here's what we can do about it. A lot of times I haven't had a chance to get to what we can do about it. So you don't get solutions. You get mad maze. And for us to be more effective, I got to get out of being mad. I'm not scared. I don't have any fear. So the two times you can't really think good are when you're mad or when you're scared. I'm mad at 4 o'clock in the morning if I read some BS, as compared to smoothing it out. So I want to know, will you all join us from 3 to 6? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Same insight. You know, I was thinking about some of the greats from 3 to 6. I was just thinking, like, Ruthie, you think we can still be impactful from 3 to 6?
Yes. I think you could put this show from 11 to 1, and it'll still be impactful.
But just because I've decided against. Anyway, you think from 11 to, you think people will watch me from 11 to 1? Mm-hmm. I ain't doing 11 to 1 though.
They would listen.
Oh, they would listen. So I want to be in your car on your way home. So it's my hope that you will tune in to us. You'll check us out on the way home. That we'll be able to recap all your news, recap all your stories, and give you a high quality show. But I'm gonna tell you, Ruthie, it's a lot coming with it. We're gonna change the way we look. We're gonna change the studio setup. So I know we love the graffiti look. We're gonna keep all of that, but we're gonna go to a more Chicago look. Gonna have different backdrops, different setup. We're not gonna be set up like a radio show. We're gonna be set up more like a daytime television show that just happens to be on 3 hours. So Ruthie, I got you a high chair. No, I'm just saying, not like a high chair, but a high chair. Yeah, it is. That was funny how I did that. We gonna. There won't be these microphones in front of us, right? You're not gonna have headphones. We're gonna be talking to each other. Now we're gonna also have some other sets. So Ruthie, I don't know if you've seen, but the backdrops are here. That's them big old rolls out there. Yep, we getting ready to be. You gonna look around? He gonna be like, "What is this? Good Day Chicago?" You gonna be like, "That look like? Is that the Sears Tower?" It's gonna look like you sitting in the window.
I know what you're talking about.
Right? It's gonna be fresh.
We gonna have to move to with the window outside so the people can stand outside and be out there with their signs.
Oh no. Then what we gonna do is I do. You talking about a street side studio. You won't. So that's maybe in a year from now. Because I actually was thinking, you know what, we could have did that at TP.
Yes, good one.
You could literally take the wall down and put it in, or you could put it in the front and do it in the window of TP where those 2 chairs are, and just broadcast, and people could wave and come by. But we're going to be broadcast. So here's the other thing though, Ruthie. At least once a month, we're going to broadcast live from TP on a Friday.
People can come out
after work. Right? It's Ruthie. I don't know if you're ready for the new and improved
I'm ready.
Maze Jackson show. But you got to figure out, you don't even know when you're going to be working, because you know.
We can talk about it.
Because you be funny at it.
No, I'm trying to play softball and kickball.
I'm trying to play kickball.
Yeah, so
Can we start our game at 7?
We absolutely could.
So we were just talking about kickball.
I know.
And then
you think we can find 10 black people to want to play? Maybe 15.
We ain't gonna be mad all summer. I'm not being mad all summer. I'm just telling you, we getting some of this tension out so we can go on here and whoop some of these people up, because we got to go right into. We got to get to June 28th.
I got to count down.
June 28th. Carrie Steele for Cook County. Can I just ask y'all though? Why does this punk keep talking about me? Why is he in? Why do he keep? I really want somebody to be like, keep my name out your mouth. I want y'all to come with me. I want to go to one of his events, and I want him to tell me to my face. Stop talking about it on the internet. No, I'm just saying, here go to. It really blows me that Fritz Kagi be using my name out his mouth every time he talk. Even though he be in my text messages like, Maze, can you help me? Lori's after me. It be the same white boys that be having pictures of black people in their profile pictures. That be like, and if you wanted to, you be seeing, Ruthie, I would like to understand. You know what? I'm not going to even do it because this is not going to get in trouble. But we need to have a blacklist. Look, I want to say thank you to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. We want to remind you, starting next Monday, you can catch us on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. We are going to the afternoons. We will be your afternoon show, not your morning show. And, yep, we eating up everything. Ain't, man. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Hey, Ruthie.
Yes.
I think think I want that. You know, I'm thinking in the 3 to 6, sort of like the Cliff Kelly thing. Right? You know how like 3 to 6, you knew that Cliff Kelly was going to have all the big interviews? I want to start having the big interviews. Ruthie, I can't wait till we change this. Wait till you see the table. Wait till you see the news. It looks sort of Windy City Live-ish. I was like, well, since y'all ain't using this no more, I take that.
Let me get that idea.
Let me get that. We gonna be sitting up high, and it's gonna be like, and your chair's gonna be matching the table, and then it's gonna be like you gonna put on your thing when you come in, like when you go to the thing, and then you got to put it on your belt, and they be like, come on, let me talk to you. Let me wire you.
You know what? I want to get mad and rip it off.
Nice.
I want to get mad and rip
but
it
then,
off.
Remember,
but it take a long time.
Right, you gotta go take it all under your shirt.
Can't even be mad, right? You gotta.
We gon' Ruthie, I'm introducing Facebook Court. I've been trying to do this forever, but we are going to do Facebook Court on the Maze Jackson Show. You know what that is? So we're gonna have people tell us.
Is that a dating app or something?
That's your problem.
Oh, not that kind of court. My bad. Men don't do that.
Y'all don't know how to do that. So Ruthie, now Facebook Court is gonna be where people call us and tell us their situation. We gonna post it in the page, and then we're gonna let people give us their advice. Then we're gonna tally it up, and then we're gonna tell them you was wrong, you was right, and here's what the people said.
Who get to be the judge?
The people. We the judge. But the people gonna vote. We gonna vote. Right or wrong, we gonna put it on the post. So you gonna say, man, my husband, every day, he come home and take his shoes off and don't take them upstairs. Should I be a good woman and take them upstairs and put them away? Or should I tell that Negro to get his own shoes? I told him to get his own shoes. And now, he left.
Why he got
Was I wrong?
Dang.
See, that's what I'm saying. Then because they be, after Kevin Matthews gone, y'all need somebody to abuse y'all. Because y'all know black
Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, Kevin Matthews, it's all the same. Y'all know black women just need somebody to tell them.
No, they don't.
Tell them, you ain't high quality.
No, really, the solution is just hide one of the shoes.
You know what? Okay, I'm through talking to you. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. This why y'all where y'all at today. It's the Maze Jackson. The easier thing is instead of just taking the shoe up there, I'm gonna hide one of the shoes. The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson.
Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding. So go on, make my payments high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high. Look, and check it out. First drug lord was President Nixon. Oval Office was the trap house where he was tipping. Got the drugs from Nicaragua and gave us crack. Declared war on blacks. Man, tell him to cut the check and tried to make it seem like a revolution. CIA was the corner boys for distribution. We could tear this country in half for retribution. But I'd rather get some restitution, so tell him to cut the check. John Singleton, man, he already told y'all. He broke it down for you when he made Snowfall. They locked us all up in created whole laws. So send a message like a cold call. Tell them to cut the check. Look, we built this city. We built this city. Back, put this country together and gave them hella aid. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Over 400 years. Been punching the clock, but yeah, we still ain't got paid. Look, they paying the immigrants. They pay the Jews. Executive orders, man, they made the rules. Warm up 40 acres, you can save the mule. Cause as of right now, we getting played for the fool. Look, for sterilization, Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, Japanese internment. Come on, was all paid out from the government. We waiting on our turn, we definitely earned it. So make my payment high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high, 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 high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut the reparations, make them high, 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 high. Not no stimulus checks, just run the bread, make it high. Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that built it so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that built it so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Starting next week, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Everybody got recommendations. Junior, I got to get a whole staff for that. Junior like, man, do 2 1-hour pre-recorded segments. Play one from 8 to 9, 7 to 8, and one from 12 to 1, and then come back from 3 to 6. I'm like, Famo,
that's a full time.
That is a full-time job. I would love to do it, right? But it's full time. It's like I'm trying to minimize the work time. It's like I can't, I'll be around this mug mad every day. Like, I gotta. What time I gotta be here? 12 to 1. Look, I'm trying to cut down on the hours. He's trying to give me more hours. He took a 3-hour show, turned it to 5. Thanks, Junior, though. I appreciate you. Why you laughing, Ruthie?
I just can't imagine your life with you not having to get up and like get out and be on. Like, I just can't even imagine like what type of person you gonna be.
Much better.
Like, I can't even imagine.
You know what? I realized the week that I was not getting up at, like when, like I'm gonna say that I enjoy and love this show, but there is once I took that week and started just like sleeping just till 6, and I was just a much better person. I was just happier.
I can see you morphing into the person that's accustomed to being up that early. So really, like by 6 o'clock, you like rocking and rolling.
No, I'm okay with being up at 6. It's the 4. Right, like 6.
6 is still kind of like, I'm talking about like 6, like, because you be on, you be ready by like 5, like you ready. So if you like, I think the average person don't like, they still in the bed at like 5, 6, but you up, then probably already did the marathon.
6 o'clock, I would be up still by 6.
Wow, so you still really would be considered to be an early riser.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have, it's like, but being up at 4, 2 hours is a way different scope.
Up and on. Like,
yes.
I always put that on part, because you be up and on.
So I'm excited about the opportunity to change. I'm excited to bring more parts of Chicago. I'd like to lighten it up some. Right, we're going to have still serious topics, but I want to do restaurants. It's summertime, Shy. We got all of these festivals, people coming.
Don't be that person that wake everybody in the house up because you got to be up. Please don't be that person.
First of all, I am not. Let me tell you, I'll damn near get dressed in the dark. If I almost would take a shower downstairs to try and avoid, but I feel like, dang, that's a long walk. I'll be done fail. But I'm not the person that gets, like, I go downstairs.
After my daddy retired, he be up early. And it ain't like the up. It's the up where I'm finna open up curtains. I'm gonna turn on the tea kettle. Like,
no, I'm not that dude at all. Like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go downstairs, right? And I turn on the downstairs, close the door, and I try not to be a pain in the neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the tiptoe through the house.
So everybody ain't got to get up because you up.
No.
I thought that was just a universal black thing.
No, I don't want to punish nobody. Like, now, I do feel a certain way. If you in the bed after 10,
that's the limit, 10?
Really 9. I be looking at you funny. If you in the bed at 9 o'clock, but it's okay. Like, to each his own. Like, I recognize that I have different tendencies. So I've stopped judging people. Because my son, that dude was asleep. Now he got a job, though. I do feel like I was kind of lax. That's why I can't wait for Aunt Neil and them to be working him out. He gonna be mad. Actually, he enjoys, like, he talks smack. But I do think he feels like some level of pride of having to cut the grass. I can't wait to make
What he be saying? Like,
he be, am I getting paid for this? I can't wait. Because, I'm a chump.
That's the favorite noise to do to a parent.
No, shoot. If I did that.
It ain't really words. Like, why
oh, no, he ain't going to do that. No.
Ain't no words.
No, you do that. You can get, I'll take a
What about the hard breath?
No.
Dang.
Hell no.
Dang.
Nah, I'd be like, you need some
Does this work?
Oh, hell no. No, I really just had, like, my son was sending me texts and I was thinking he was missing the S and hitting A. Cause he said, yeah. I was like,
is that autocorrect?
Nigga, you better put some yes in this.
Can he just tap back thumbs up, or he got to say actual words? Or will you accept the heart or the thumbs up?
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't mind that. Like, here's what I'm not. I'm not, as long as he ain't never did that, though.
Okay.
Right? But I'm not to the point where I won't accept like the emojis and all of that stuff. It's just, yo, cuz, like, I'm not your homies. I don't do the yes. It's yes.
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 Can he do a yep? Y-E-P? Is that acceptable?
Depending on the tone of what I'm asking.
Okay.
Like if I'm like, man, did you have a good day at school today? He could be like, yep.
Can he do the U-M-M-H-H?
That's too much work for him. He too cool for that. He gonna be like, that's way too. I could get 3 letters and you want me to do Nah, I could get yep, yes, no, right, no. So, dang, what was we talking about? How did we get to my son? Because he going to work today? Because I'm excited that he got a job today.
Oh, you were saying you have to get his auntie to get him together. And he actually kind of like the discipline a little bit.
He does. It's like, because it's like they have the discipline reward. Mine is like discipline and you still got to stay in the house. Because you can't go, like, like, there's at least an outcome for Aunt Neil, right? Like, once you get through doing your thing, you can go outside. Mine is like, do your work. Now, sit in the house because these killers are out on the block. So
I'll do it for him.
Okay. Right. That people can always don't you let Auntie Ruthie do it, but you ain't. Don't let Auntie Ruth. She ain't gonna be if she ain't taking you home with her.
Don't let her write a check. You can't cash.
Right. Don't play. No, but he's actually excited. Yesterday he called me talk about some. Do you want me to come over today? I was thinking to myself, hold on. You know what I was really thinking though, is I don't have to drive to go pick him up.
All these milestones happening, like I can't imagine how you feel, because I feel a type of way. Like all these milestones happening at one time.
Oh, I was feeling away.
It's
when
wild.
he drove off, when he pulled off.
You got the video. He skirted off though.
He busted you and like he was like, because I told you he said he wanted peace. Because me and the cops. You're falling too close. You do. How was it, son? Peaceful. See. Like, and that was some shade, but it was like shade I couldn't really get him on.
Oh, shady.
How was your drive by yourself the first time? It was really peaceful.
Oh, he a little passive aggressive.
I see you, smart ass. Okay. That's like, give me my money then. Okay, peaceful. Give me my money. Oh, that's why you gotta get a job? That's right. Okay, so Ruthie, next week though, 3 to 6. Right here at the Maze Jackson Show. I am trying to see, did anybody call and see if they was going to stay with us? Y'all sticking with us, y'all? Oh, they quit us? Y'all going to quit us? Ruthie, I'm a little nervous. You think we can get our viewers?
Maybe even get some more.
You think so, from 3 to 6?
That 3 to 6 is good because a lot of stuff has already happened. I think people will likely miss your initial analysis. So all the people that come listen to your show so they can get their content, they're going to have to come up with their own analysis.
Do it the day after.
So I am actually quite excited to see, like, okay, all of these things transpire through the day, and now you get to talk about it and analyze it. And oftentimes too, like that 3 to 6, people done responded to things, and so I think it'll really help your analysis. It's gonna mess us up because I think people look forward to your initial analysis. So I think that's always good, is being, you giving your initial analysis and then seeing how the news cycle kind of be taking some of your talking points and your stuff. So that was always interesting when I used to watch, the news throughout the day. I said, May Show said that this morning.
Yeah, I think the 3 to 6 slot, I think of myself as going to where 8 o'clock is when the trolls come. I think of myself from 6. You know why I like that time, Ruthie? It makes me think of Tom Joyner. It makes me think of Doug Banks. Right? It makes me think of people getting in their cars and driving home. People getting out of school at 3 o'clock and listening. That's kind of where I think I'm stuck in the 90s on that. But the other part is on demand. So I I also think that I'll have more time to get responses on my own and actually call sources. Like a lot of times I do have sources on some of the stories, particularly City Hall stories. But it's hard to call somebody at 4 o'clock in the morning and be like, hey man, what's up with this?
I think it would be exciting too to like this morning at the city council meeting.
Or left us, or go to the city council meeting, knowing that when you pull it, we gonna have the audio and video right there. Mm-hmm. Think we should get a press pass, man. Mm-hmm. So we could be like, Ruthie, I even got the microphone to go like hard.
Really?
So this is the Maze Jackson Show. Tell us.
Can we get a comment? Can we get a comment?
Bam. They don't want. You think they're gonna see? We want the black media to come talk to us. Come on, black people, come tell us the story.
Yeah, that's true.
And imagine you be like you make it by 6, and then I can get my 6 o'clock news in, sort of. Like, so you do 3 to 5, and then that 6 o'clock, bam! It's like news time, and now today. You ain't ready though, but you know what?
Because didn't you say we getting a personal stylist?
No, I didn't. I said I was gonna ask Carrie because she gave you some clothes at the closet, baby. I'm trying to keep Ruthie on. You think you could give us some more clothes? You think? Look, I want you to walk in here and the coat rack be loaded with clothes from Carrie's closet. You'll be St. John'd out though. You'll be, man. I told you, and you and Carrie ain't that far away, right? You don't be like me and DK because I told you when I used to get DK clothes taken in. You take a 46 to a 36, the pockets was touching in the back. Y'all two,
not the pockets was touching.
They was, Ruthie. Hey, and in my new, with our new setup, everybody can't sit in my chair.
Oh,
look at these, bro. I'm just telling you.
Oh, you got a chair at your house that nobody can't sit in?
I got a seat on the couch.
Gotcha.
I have a hey, you know what? I got to get a new couch too. I was just thinking I got to get a new couch because the old couch. The new couch is super plush, but it's like a separating couch. Right? It's like you got a whole section. So Carrie got a wing and I got a wing. Mm-hmm. The old couch, we had a wing that we sat on together. Right? And then it became like, now you got your home. Why you come over here crowd my section? Man, you know, it's like then on the days when you want to sit by each other, it's like you literally got to sit in the same seat. Because it's like, and then I got like the arm thing where I put all my stuff.
Yep.
So then I'll be,
the junk drawer.
Yeah, on the couch though, where all the remotes be, the 25 remotes instead of one universal. It's all good though.
Right.
I'll be looking there, it'll be like a remote for everything. And then, yeah. All right, so 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, right here on the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. We are working out our deal with WBGX 1570. We hope to be there as well. And I hope that you all will join us. If you will, give us a call. If you won't, just make me feel bad. Make me think I'm going to just be talking to Riis and Ruthie. Right? I think some days, Ruthie. No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Anyway, Maze Jackson Show. All right, let me go through what didn't we talk to?
So you wanted to talk about the boys.
Oh, I do. Lil Mike Brown and Anthony Brown. Lil Mike and Anthony Brown were 15 and 16-year-olds. Anthony killed Lil Mike, although they grew up together. Since they were very young children, they grew up together in the same neighborhood. How does that happen? How do friends become enemies? And then that enemy escalates to the point of murder. Both young men had challenging backgrounds. Both young men joined street organizations, but they became oppositional. Anthony Brown, his mother killed his father when he was just a few months old, 2 years old, I think. 2 years old, and was sentenced to 13 years. She served 2 and returned. Young Anthony says that if that wouldn't have happened, his life maybe would have been different. He could have gone anywhere. He could have been somewhere, and people wouldn't be trying to kill him. But now they are. Ruthie, Riis, you know what, Riis? Since we're after 8, I'm gonna play Anthony's video. I want you to switch over for me. Anthony was known as a rapper in the rap world as Baby Glock 757. I'm going to play Baby Glock's video for you, and I'm going to set the stage. I want you to pay very close attention, though, to the video, and I want you to look at... Riis, are you there? Oh. And I want you to look at the faces of these young people, and I want you to listen to the words as much as you can make out. And then I want you to remember that this is a 15-year-old. Okay? 15. And I want you to look at the faces to listen. And I want you to remember.
You got to move the audio for from the show.
This is a 15-year-old. Okay? And 15. No, I don't. And I want you to look at the faces. Oh. And I want you to look at the faces to listen. I got it. I see what you said. I got shows that are live. 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Baby Glock.
What up? Gay. Shooting fast, but this ain't Call of Duty. Blink like it's a movie. Niggas rookies, always ate at school. Taking niggas cookies on the block. Get no fuck, I'm smoking wop. I got it booked me. Lil' bro shoot like he play ball, but in that field, tie up your hoodie. Making shit splat on the wall. Lil' folks keep itching, tell them go. Why they steady claiming bros like we ain't been up on the school? Charlie got shot in his nose, as though was left without his throat. Dummy tried to trade his drink and got his shit split on his coat. Ayy, walk up game, don't play with niggas. Headshot game, we baby killers. Big phone up been graving niggas. On the gas, I bitches, I babysitters. Switchy hot, I'm bursting niggas. Perk drop on alert, nigga. My tape drop, get alert, nigga. I'm a jet and I hang with the older niggas. Hop out gang, give nigga tapers. See my ops, I'm down to bake him. Caught that Ben without his bacon. Now that shit look like a bagel. Face shot, now he did it stinking. Celebrate that boy pain. Fuck my ops, go rest in here. Save me a spot, I'm coming later. Jump out twin, he hot and blazing. Bro, them off them Teslas. Think about gain, then they come stretch him. These illegal kind of weapons. Bro got switchy in his presence. Got my yacht plus I'm a felon. Demon temple fucking rapping. When inside that pack, I can't go back. I'm up in just a seconds, bitch. I say I'm up in just a seconds, bitch.
Riis, I see you bopping. I guess my challenge here becomes, if we bop, then what's next? I want to wait. I want you to did you see the video, Ruthie? Here, let me give you another one, because I think this is important. I think you got to see it.
Because of the legislation that J.B. Pritzker passed,
friends
and family are now in.
Hold it. That's right. Keep them down.
Yeah, you go. No free rock.
No free rides, man.
JB tried to get one.
He tried to sneak one. But how about the fact that JB is advertising in this video? All right, let's go. That was an ad in that video.
Baby Glock, get popped.
Look at the kids. These are kids. Look at their faces.
Got some shooters on the low end. We ain't hard to find. Clutching fat, this and that. Get the bustin' at it. Get the bustin' at it. Huh? Got some shooters on the low end. We ain't hard to find. Clutching fat, this and that. Get the bustin' at his back. DJ thirsty, he on go. You can see it in his eye. Beat this bitch, he dropped this low. Got them doors ready to slide. Blitz that bitch. Clock got hot, I dumped the clip. Gunsmo say, look, bro, be cool, but I keep knocking down the brakes. Chase him down, spot him, got him. Folks keep dumping in his whip. Heard he telling telling zipping, slipping, scar was pressed against the gift. Man down on this block, my eyes be bumping out the car. Switch this bitch fat at his top, he try to run, they make it far. We be sliding Uber Eats like a hype bitch, I'm a creep. Hop up on you, think it's dead, I'll put this bitch up to your teeth.
I want y'all to remember, he said he carjacked, so on the way to kill Lil Mike, he carjacked the Uber.
SRT, this ain't no Honda or a Jeep. Skirt, get close up on him, left him slump like he was asleep. Watch some shots be through his chest, his granny stroke a C deceased. It ain't none to clap a nigga, rural wax him like TV. Caught him loafing, pick him up, he tried to trade it, got him clapped. Homicide, I'm down a rat, I feel like D-Rose in his prime, bitch. Caught him walking with a hoe. He was 14 moving wrong. Check the news.
14.
God was with him. He ain't gone. Pray the Lord that he was dead. But I looked up. I was wrong.
That's really not cool.
Got some shooters on the low end. We ain't hard to find. Dodging fat, this and that. Get the bus and that is bad. DJ thirsty, he don't go. You can see it in his eye. Beat this bitch, he dropped his low. Got them dudes ready to slide. Blitz that bitch. Clock got hot, I dumped the clip. Guns mo say, look, bro, be cool. But I keep knocking down the brakes. Chase him down, spot him down. Folks keep dumping in his whip. Heard he telling, zipping, slipping. Scar was pressed against the gift.
I just want y'all to see how young he look. Look at these kids.
We be slide.
I thought it was so. That's little Anthony Riis. I do think it's a challenge, bro. I think when the kids see all the adults bouncing and kicking it, and it's like y'all, this is life. Like they're actually living this.
Oh, I know it.
And you know, he's talked about the big homies and the thing, and I hang with older guys who encourage it. And so Anthony Brown right there, is now locked up for killing Lil Mike Brown, who was his childhood friend who became ops. How does that happen? And I know this sounds crazy, but that is honestly why people be making, like, talking crazy. That's why I want my son to go to Bolingbrook for the summer. Like, them kids got the same faces, the same age groups, the same whole thing. And
which one killed which? The first one killed the second video, or the second video killed the first
that's
video?
Both of them the same person. And
okay.
The person in that video killed Lil Mike.
Okay, got you.
And a part of it was over, and they said that the killing occurred. So Anthony is in jail. The guy that you saw rapping is in jail. Now, each one of those videos has over 100,000 views.
And he about to go up.
Right. Because, I mean, I just showed it, and and then they put them in the paper today. And and it is glorified. Like, again, if we plan it, if we bounce into it, if we bop into it, it's like there's a consequence to it. And let's just say that the origin is rap beef. It's part of the reason that I've taken myself out of this whole beefing with black folks. Right? Like, this social, this digital, this whole little thing turns into, now we got a dead person and another one gone. Now let me ask the question. Does Anthony Brown, should we have compassion for him? So let's just be clear. On the way to murder Lil Mike, he carjacked the Uber driver, which means that he had to call the Uber driver, pick him up, put the gun to his head, get him out the car, pick up another person, drive over to pick up a homie, where they then killed Lil Mike, and he was caught standing over Lil Mike, shooting him dead, caught 30 minutes later. Now, his mother is saying that he won't get justice. the mother who, and her position is that, and she's and Lil Mike, his mama sent him out of town to Florida because he was wrong. He was rolling with the wrong people, and she wanted him to go to Florida, and he went to Florida and stayed with his aunt, but got homesick and had to come back home, and then less than 6 months later was dead. How we deal with that? Like, when your friends become the ops, one, how does it happen? Secondly, who are the influencers? Right? Because you heard the dog. He said, I hang with the older guys. Who puts the gun in his hand? Who at 15? And who thinks it's cute? Like, who thinks it's cute? I think we be laughing. And I'm going to be honest with you. Watching that video says to me, like, there's a real issue. So if everybody in that room, let's just say there was 20 people in that room that all co-signed that. How many lives are they responsible for? And at what point do we say we cannot, like, what's the solution? Because they're saying, like, so I think he's charged with 2nd-degree murder so that he's not charged as an adult. You charged at 1st-degree murder, you go to jail. You can be charged as an adult. Now, what does Kim Fox do with that? What do we do with that? And knowing that exists, what do you do with your child? Because I would tell you that if I saw Shorty, I would think of him as a kid. Like, if I would have saw a dude without the 2 guns in his pocket, and I saw him at a game, and you go to the basketball courts, and they all at the games. When you go sit, and then when that child becomes the ops and is willing, what's our role? What do we do? What do I say? Do I say, okay, am I supposed to go hug him? I think we missed the hug time, the hug moment. And I'm not negating the factors that have occurred in his life. I'm not at all. But when friends become enemies and it gets to the point where, man, they told you. And let's be clear, that wasn't just one. Like, I don't think it was just one. How do we manage that? I was reading a story of Anthony's mom, who's the shooter. And she like, I tried. But he be around the older guys who ain't been good influences to him. The story is both. The story was for them both was the same. Now, Anthony's mother was trying to get him, Lil Mike's mother was trying to get him closer to his dad, who was in the music industry, who was still alive. But I do think when you encourage, when they see adults and they think it's cute. When you see the shorty and he's 5 years old and you got him hanging with the guys, and I mean, this story isn't new, Ruthie, because this is the story of what's Boys in the Hood. It's the story of Minister Society. What's the one with LA when OG Bobby Johnson? Remember OG Bobby Johnson and his son, and it's like he drank the right, and the guys that's supposed to be looking out for him, and again, because we ain't got jack, then toughness and physical becomes our answer. But what do we do here? I was looking at that video like, yo, cuz.
It's an industry. It's a whole industry set up for this.
Right.
I just was curious, so I looked up the company, right? Mm-hmm. That I ain't gonna even shout it out. But they got this whole YouTube page full of all of these drill videos. If you just, and so I just kind of clicked around, and I mean, it's an industry built off this.
Are they black?
Yeah, they black, but most of the time they be white boys.
Right.
But this was
just like Fake Short Drive. Remember the white boy was in charge of, called it over all the rap music. in Chicago. Let's go to the live line. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I like where is that the super predator that they talked about? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Man, it's Ness. What's up? Good morning, everybody. What's up?
What up, Ness?
Yeah.
yeah. I saw you. I was on them grave, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, with this drill situation, unfortunately, I'm all too familiar with it because I work with shorties. I know the shorties. Some of them, not all of them, but it's an unfortunate culture that a dude named DJ Academics some years ago, and he glorified all the murders and killings in Chicago. Also on top of that, this is around when Lil Durk and Chief Keef was out, and murders was happening in between two cliques. So with all that, the reason why these things happen with the two friends that got killed, or with the homie that killed his other homie, they have a gang map on Reddit. If you look it up, most of these gang territories are literally a block away from each other as far as ops. Like, if you take Tuckerville and O-Block, or Tuckerville and Taekwonwood, and you look on the map, it's like a 2-block radius max. And these dudes got clicks on the other side of Prairie to the other side of Dorchester. And what's around those? What's the main component that's around those neighborhoods that link everybody together? School. So when you get an elementary school that's in the neighborhood with all these different sects at, it puts it together as far as like everybody used to be cool. Most of these people who killing each other now, who into it with each other, they went to school together. Bond and SBG Duck went to school together. Bond was a BD, Duck was a GD. Most of these dudes were killing each other. They went to school together. It was cool at one point. They used to hoop. If you talk about Bond and Duck and you go to 051 and THF, like all these different sets, most of these shorties knew each other, and somebody ended up harming somebody in the process as far as an older influence. Somebody killed somebody or something manufactured to the point where somebody ended up losing their life. And then whoever was on whatever side when that occurred was pretty much responsible, and then that's when the war kicked off. And then it extended from older beats too. And I wake up in the morning and I got 5 ops dead and you got 6 ops dead, I don't think you're going to rush it off and be like, oh, I lost 6 of my homies, he only lost 5. I'm going to just let it go and dust it off. You're going to want to get even. And the reason why it keeps happening is because these dudes ain't going to get up and be mature enough to be like, man, you know what? I'm losing too many friends and I lost too many homies to all this beat. I want to just end it. They want to get even. That's why they talking about up the stove. If you hear all these, it's a YouTube rabbit hole, man. I could pull up 30 to 40 YouTube rappers from Chicago that was drill, and they all deceased. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about from the west side, from 757 to all these little sets, the old block to Superville. That's a lot of these rappers. FBG Duck had 3 brothers, including his death himself. He dead too. So his mother lost 3 sons to gun violence. And the rivals is only 2-3 blocks away. So that's why it keeps happening. That's why you get people who used to be best friends that end up killing each other because they end up picking sides. You get to that age, 13, 14, or you get 6th or 7th grade, you're going to start picking sides. And whoever influenced you the most, if you ain't got no influences other than school, you're going to pick a side. And you're going to end up GD, BD, Stone, Bachelor, or whatever. But it's unfortunate. It's a culture, and drill is everywhere now. Drill is in New York. We got drill in Africa now. You can pull up Ghanaian drill. They got UK drill. It's a worldwide phenomenon now. They got drill in Russia. They got Russian rappers that rap drill now. So it's an unfortunate thing that spread out. I mean, some people do deal with it, but mostly it came up off. It's just murder rap. It's gang banging on music. But that's it. I ain't gonna go off into it too much, but that's why it happens though.
Thank you, Ness. And Ness is in the game with us. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. It's weird because it's almost like the heroes that we're given make martyrs. And it's almost like glorified martyrdom. I mean, I think it's kind of crazy because the last week there was a big concert at the United Center. Mm-hmm. And I could not understand, I was pulling up to the crib, trying to find the park, and it was just it wasn't a Bulls game. It was just a different vibe. And I felt like even on my block, the deck could just go up. And then I realized it was a concert, and it was a stadium being filled. The white kids was observing, and the black kids was participating. And I just thought about, when I read this story, it really has even furthered why I'm not finna fight with black people. Mm. It's just because I can't tell you how many times that even in social media, it's somebody that always want to go. And so it's always somebody calling up man, you want me to? No, fam, I'm not here. I could do the. I was like, dog, it's Facebook. It's like it's YouTube. But you but you don't recognize that thousands of people are forming their own opinions and deciding what they would do. And depending on their influence. And at one moment, I was like, yeah, I'm caught up in rap beef. But then I was thinking dog, I'm not a rapper. But you look at these outcomes from these beefs. And if the adults will do it, what the hell what options do the kids got? Mm-hmm. Right? We think it's cute at a 700 murder rate. And we try to pretend like it ain't there is a direct correlation to what's happening in them videos.
100%.
And we can talk about Scarface and talk about but when you're not presented with an alternative reality, when that becomes your reality, I don't know that.
I think part of the conversation is just also about culture and masculinity and how all of this is shaped because what's the outlets?
That does go to masculinity because I was just thinking dog, you ain't got no grass to cut. When you got time to be your weaponry is you ain't got a tool, but if you could do all that with that extra super Glock, bro, you ain't got to put the light. You ain't I think that there is a lack of the idea of manhood for black males. Even when you think about protection, their idea is revolves around violence. That's why I tell you, everybody want to be a fight. Everybody want to be tough. That's yeah, you the physical thing sounds really good until you talk to somebody with a brain and some power. Be physical all day you want. I always be thinking about it used to be tough guys that would go up and punch elected officials and then be dang, you probably could beat me up, but you can't beat this cell up. Mm-hmm. Right? I think we've been taught to be physical, not cerebral. And you see it coming out in these videos. Because you tell me this kid recognized that he could become a millionaire and he's really willing to put his life up on the line?
Yes. Okay, so think about the models that he got.
I'm with you.
He got the Lil Durks, the King Vons,
Pooh Shiesty that just killed a man and finna do some years. You're looking at the baby.
Got the baby.
Killed a man in Walmart. You're looking at it. So that's when they're listening to. They're looking at all these people that done it, all the killing and the drilling, and then he looking then if they give him second degree murder, that mean that he gonna get out. You're looking at a Bobby murder.
I'm looking at that King Von billboard when I'm driving when I'm getting off the damn Ryan. Come
what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. So I gotta be. So now when you are rapping about something like you trying to say earlier, ain't no chance. They don't want to be Chance. They don't want to be that. So so they have to almost live what they rap about, or you consider it a fraud nowadays. So if you don't really live what you rap about, then they don't like believe you, or you don't get no clout in the rap game and stuff like that. So,
but you know what though? Since I when I started first noticing young people like gravitating toward the drill music, I always used to wonder, like, are they just emulating what they see in these videos and then they go hit the streets, or are they hitting the streets first and then rapping about it? And I think we done got so far gone into it that you can't even really make the distinction, because I think some of these young people ain't really out here in these streets first rapping about it, and then them rap beefs is becoming these street beefs. But I think it works both ways, and I think we kind of too far gone. I ain't gonna even lie.
On where you at though, Ruthie, man. Listen, I know, man. Listen, man. I know, and in that area where they stay, like in that little Douglas area, it's really youngins over there, man. I know. Okay, so look, think about this story. With a gun in my school. Think about this story right here with Anthony and the boy, right?
Lil
Mike
and Anthony, right? If you are on electronic monitoring, right? You know you being tracked.
Who? When he killed dude?
Yes.
No, they took him off.
I'm looking at the story right
because
here.
That's what I was just doing in the back. I was just reading the story and listening to the story. Apparently, they said that when he got out, he only had it for a little while, and then he only had it for 3 weeks, and then they took it off, and 6 months later is when they did it.
It's a 16-year-old boy was on electronic monitoring when he carjacked a rideshare driver at gunpoint, and then drove several miles before he pulled up to 15-year-old Michael Brown and shot him in the Douglas community.
He wasn't the driver; he had another driver with him.
But hold on. But listen, he was on EM. So what I'm trying to say is, the things that were put into place to be the deterrent, like, okay, we got this young person on papers, right? So that should be a deterrent for him not to shoot somebody in the head, stand over their body, and shoot them several more times. Like, psychologically, like, what type of sense does that make? This is somebody whose brain is not developed properly. These are maladaptive behaviors. Something ain't right. You have to be mentally have some things going on to know that you are being tracked, to put a gun to a rideshare driver's head, to jack a car, to get out your car, shoot somebody in their head, watch their body drop to the ground, stand over them and shoot them more times. Like, all of this goes into this music. Like, and you say, well, he had to know what he was doing. It seemed a little premeditated, but I would say his brain ain't where it need to be. Like, clearly it's something wrong with you psychologically if you doing this type of stuff. But we done normalize this within the culture. Like, we done normalize this. So now it seems like it just go together with the music. So he out here living a lifestyle, trying to emulate, and probably he ain't finna get out of jail like King Von did.
I'm gonna tell you this. So I think there's real killers in every set at this point. Like, I think there may have been a point when they started. So first of all, let's start here. Somebody pulled it to get it going.
Pull what?
The roll you up in a blunt. There was an initial killing. Like, let's just say, like with the Tukaville thing. Mm-hmm. Right?
It was a reaction to the killing from a year later. That's why it was kind of tied back to him.
So what I'm saying is that there were some killers initially, and let's put, like, say, like when you saw the story of old boy and they show him talking about, I'm not going to use him. There was people who were killers and became rappers, and then there were people who became in the clique, in my estimation, and then as part of the clique, it became part of your lifestyle. Right? Like, it was kill or be killed, because now at this point you rolling with and you have become the ops. Let's go to the live line. I just don't know what we do to get out of this hole. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What happens when your friends become enemies? These are murders, man. Talk to me. What's up?
Shalom, Keith.
What's up, Israel?
Man, I saw all this happen, man. I'm telling you, I know you tripping when I said 20 years. I got 40 years plus, and there's 20 years on that side, 20 years on this so-called legal side. And I was over there when drill music started on Normal, on Ramrod. I saw it happen. And I'm saying all this to say, I was fighting for jobs for their daddy.
And I'm trying to say all this Hollywood creating this, and Ron Emanuel brother got something to do with it. They stole our identity. It's a whole lot of things. Like Ruthie says, mentally. And I got guys who come home now after they did dumb things like that. And the state don't say, hey man, they brain one developed them. We gotta let them go. So I'm saying this. I'm blaming these politicians and preachers. You know how I get out. I've been a little low key lately, but I started naming the names. I got no problem because them backroom deals been killing it. All them deals they cut in the back room. I've been fighting for these people's fathers now. Some of them grandfathers for jobs, man. Some people had jobs back in the day. It's too far gone now. I'm with Ruthie now. I know it's too far gone. So I'm finna go into the grammar school try to tell some of these shorties, y'all can get rich other than way Chief Keef and them get rich. I saw when they gave Chief Keef $6 million, how many million, and then he went down the street and bought all his people's XYZ. He didn't even have me on my age when they had them other things out. They gave one group something. It's the government, man. I'm telling you, man. They can stop anything. They can break up Russia. They can break up this shit, stuff. But they ain't trying, man. I'm telling you. And the first line defense is our them. But they selling out for them checks.
I think the first line defense.
Selling us out, family.
The first line defense.
You think what?
The first line defense is the parents.
Yeah. But what if they ain't got no parents? The parents locked up, dead in jail, and they go to the streets. I'm trying to tell you, I've been in the streets 20 straight years, man. And them brothers come. Them young guys in the videos right now, just hit your video. I ain't trying to overtalk. They call us pops now. Hey, pops, hey, pops. I ain't your damn daddy, but they don't have no damn daddy. And in the 70s, they took the daddy out. The movie Colleen or Coffee or one of them damn movies.
Claudine.
They know what they doing.
Okay.
So, man, I mean, if they look to the real brothers, they'll listen. But all these people thinking they know what happened and think what they have and reading fake news, I'm telling you, I saw it. And two other people saw it, too. Two of us still alive.
Okay. I appreciate that call, Israel. So this is me, man. I'm going to tell you that everybody don't want a job. I'm going to tell you that if you ain't seen nobody go to work, then you telling me that you trying to get a job. I could tell you from right here, from this vantage point right here. Everybody does, and if you haven't learned how to work, if you don't understand the concept of work job process, it's like I feel like we be skipping a whole bunch of steps. Right? So it's like we want to go from the hood to the job without any preparation. Right? When you go from if I never saw, you know why I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning? Because I seen my old man get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know why I know what to do with a toolbox? Because my old man showed me what to do with a toolbox. You know why I know to cut the grass and I got the pin? Because somebody showed it to me. If you can't put together your own tables and chairs in your own house, if there is nobody that has given you the skill set, I could argue for you a job every day, all day long. But if you don't have anger management skills, because you snap at the job when I told you to go clean the toilet, I think we look for blame. I think there are convenient excuses, but there's not really, it's when there's a plan against you, it's for everybody. They didn't just say, ooh. And I'm not in the business of protecting the alderman. That's not my thing. But I think that's just the easy ass answer a lot of times. Let's blame the politicians. The politicians came from the same damn households. They came from the same dysfunction you did. Who's the golden politician that grew up with full house, full daddy, full everything? They lived in the same places. They victims of the same game. And it's like we look to find an enemy at home as compared to recognizing that everything that they got is assault on us. Like they figure out how to if they can figure out how to take the blackest school in the state and make that benefit white people more than it benefits black people who are supposed to be educated there. You think one Negro from guys, what they say, it's a team sport? It's a team sport. Ain't nobody black giving Chief Keef $6 million. That's Lear Cohen, who stole your Def Jam. and then said, I can profit. I'm going to take YouTube music because that's where the kids are going, and I'm going to profit this. What happens to all them dead rappers' catalogs?
What?
Where all them spends, where all that money going to?
Some of them worth more alive dead.
Same like with Pop. And so, like we all got to pick our choices. But I don't know that you could walk into any office.
Mm-hmm.
If I get right now, Ruthie, there is a you only are not working right now because you don't want to. Mm-hmm. The country is everywhere there's jobs. You go anywhere you want, there's a job. It is. Can we agree that unemployment is at the lowest rates? I'm not saying that, and people are walking away from their jobs. People are saying, man, you want a job, you can get a job. They flagging people down.
Yeah, but that ain't the model. We know that's not the model. Like you said, I get up and go to work because I seen somebody that did it. But if your model is, if you have a desire, it's poverty. If you have a desire to escape poverty and put your people on, that's like the highest marks of just being being somebody to look out for your people, is to be able to get money and put your people on. Like, that's what everybody's seeking to do. I'm gonna buy my mama a house. I'm gonna get my people out the hood. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take this stack of cash and I'm going to physically pass it out to my guys. That makes me feel good inside. That's what they striving to do. They ain't striving to go get that $10, $15 an hour at the fast food place. That ain't what that ain't on YouTube.
And I guess my thing is that the $10 to $15 an hour is the path to, right? Like that goes back to my mama. And I'm gonna circle it back to my mama. My first job was at 15 at Burger King. Got a work permit and I went there. I was working for $3.10 an hour because that was minimum wage at the time. When I went to that job, I wanted to be the best Whopper maker in the history of making Whoppers, and I wanted to be the fastest and the best. That was my mom pouring that into me and saying, this ain't your end. This $3.10 an hour job ain't your end all be all. This is your start. This is where you put it down. This is where you begin to get the work ethic that you need to be able to make $200,000 years later. But if you can't see a path, like I feel like so many times, and I think even when we talk about McDonald's and Burger King, we talk about those as the ends for people.
Yeah, because those types of jobs had a different path when you was coming up. To my generation, those paths didn't necessarily exist the same way. Those were jobs that I saw grown-ups working at.
Ruthie, I saw grown-ups working at those jobs too.
Forever.
I saw grown-ups working at those jobs too forever. There were the grown-ups that did not pick well, white grown-ups too, who did not pick well, did not follow through. But there was those of us who said this is a path. And I'm saying that what I am suggesting to you is that was poured into me through my parents. I'm saying that we have dysfunction that exists in our space where we glorify that. I think that our perspective is so warped now that we truly believe bad is good.
That is not just a black thing. That is a societal thing. It's not just bad is good. It's any type of adversity. If you don't have adversity, then you ain't real. You ain't been through nothing. You ain't made it. You got to get it out the mud. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Be a titan of industry. Like that's the American way. Like America is built upon that. Like even when you hear Trump talk about how he got it out of the mud because he only got this amount of loan from his daddy. Like, bro, stop. Like, so even they have its levels to the whole adversity and overcoming adversity piece. That's what Eric, like that's the story. If you ain't overcame no adversity, you ain't real. You ain't black enough. You ain't hard enough. You're too soft.
So I feel like that in the workplace somewhat. Like I feel like there's levels, and I think that you get more responsibility and you grow. Like I think that I think that there's a difference between getting out of the mud and progression. And I think that so many people want to start at the top. They want to look at where you finished and say, I want that, without recognizing the struggle that it took to get there. Like, my adversity was not that I had to walk through gunfire. My adversity was I had to be at work on time, that I had to never miss a day, that I had to be the best employee, that, man, they made me work in the wintertime and I had to figure out how to get there, right? I think that our standards of measurement are warped. By no fault of our own, but I do think we have to recognize our role and what we have to do for ourselves, because I don't think they're going to come together for us.
No, the only solution is to focus on building healthy families. That's it. All of this come back to our broken homes, our lack of fathers, our parents who don't have the proper resources, whatever them resources is. They might not have the mental capacity to rear this young person right. Whatever it is, it always come back to the family.
I'm with you.
And if we don't want to, we don't want to address that as a solution, because
I do. I'm happy to talk about it,
because it always leads us back to, in my opinion, every time we talk about this, it leads us back to the family. Mm-hmm. And then we start talking about gender roles. Mm-hmm. And then it's a cycle.
But I think that the lack of gender roles is part of why we at this point. Because men don't know how to be men. And so they can't teach men to be men, and they can't teach, and women trying to teach boys to be men. And we got just this warped thing. And I'm not here to castigate or blame, but I was just thinking about Lil Mike and Anthony, both last name Brown, no relation, grew up together. One wound up killing the other because they became ops. And I just was thinking, like, what's the out for us? Like,
technology has put us down a course that we can't come back from. It's going to require us to take them cell phones up out of our young people's hands, stop letting them post these videos for clout. Like, literally, we have to take back control over technology.
Okay. I mean, I think that's why we got to be talking at 3:00. Because see how you had a solution now? Take them damn cell phones. Man,
my goodness.
Man, I think
they gonna be mad. My niece is still mad at me. Still, it's been like three weeks. But you literally got to take them phones. The first person I heard say that was Mrs. Barnett. Alderman Burnett wife. Ooh. She said she used to take her son's phone and put it in the basket. And I was like, she might be on to something with that. And so I told my sister, you need to take them phones when they come home, because they can't control themselves. Those phones are addictive.
I'm going to tell you, short story. I took my daughter's phone, and I don't think that she's ever forgiven me for that.
How long ago was it?
12.
Yep.
She has never forgiven me for it.
Because they be addicted to them.
Never. And I was like, yo, this is...
She a grown up now.
And she, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
And she...
They hold resentment. Because
she never forgave me for taking that phone. And it was just one of them things where it's like, it's the fear that you have as a parent, right? Because if the other... I don't want to go into the story, but I took the phone. And because I was like, whoa. And then she got another phone. And then it was just like, well... You just a phone killer.
I mean, okay, so at first I just downloaded some software, and I was just like, okay, I'm finna put these on all of their phones. That way I don't even gotta rely on my sister to have to take it, because nobody want to be the bad guy, right? So I put the tracking software on there. Well, you know how these young people is. They knew how to disable it. So I'm just like, okay, like what else really can I do? Like, this is inappropriate behavior. Like, YouTube is the devil, y'all. YouTube is You should not be giving your young people access to YouTube. YouTube has softcore pornography on it. It got these killer videos. And you don't even have to know how to read. You can talk into your phone to find things on YouTube. And it's honestly, YouTube is a scary place. It's a scary place. And like Ness said, you start going down the rabbit and a wormhole on YouTube. I can literally spend a day on YouTube just going down to, I call it YouTube University. But it's just some very nefarious things that are on YouTube. And the thing that I don't like about these new phones is that, not these new phones, but just technology. You used to be able to know who people was talking to. I can check your text logs. I can look at whatever to see who you've been communicating with. But no, the world exists today for people to have access to children, pedophiles. So you got these different social media apps that are literally just for anonymous communication. So you as a parent or whoever you monitor the phone, you don't even know that this app has the capability to video chat and to send messages that disappear because people want access to these young people. And I'm not saying that it's a whole conspiracy around pedophilia, but it's something to it.
No, it's something. And Ruthie, I'm going to tell you, one time me and Carrie was on the plane and this little girl threw up on the plane. Right. And so her mom and dad, it was like 1, 2, 3. It was 4 of them on the plane and it was 2 and 2. Right. And her sister threw up on the plane. And so she was clean. Like the parents all went to that same row and told the little girl, the older, well, she was young, but still the older, you sit in this row because we got to take care of you. Mm-hmm. And so there was a guy who was sitting next to her and, so I'm sitting there, he's talking to, he chit chatting. By the time this conversation is over, this fool done got this little girl's TikTok information and going. And I was like, and I'm listening to the conversation and he's showing her how to talk to him on the phone when they get off. And I just tapped the parents and was like, hey, that dude right there just got all your daughter's social media information, etc. And they weren't even paying attention. And I was just like, I'm not trying to mind your business, but that didn't even feel kosher to me at all. And it was like they got off the plane and they jumped. But it's like, I was like, this is happening right here. And he's doing it while I'm sitting here. And everybody was like, ha ha ha.
Pedophiles hide in plain sight.
Man. It's the Mace Jackson Show, y'all. That's it for today. I don't know what we talked about. The paper didn't count again, but it's all good because it is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, for my man DJ Riis the Ruler, for Ruthie Moore. I am the host where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? If you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mace said, we out of here. Peace.
Lesbian in black, Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up.